Yes, people, I'm Morph, and welcome to Pitchside versus the Club, brought to you by Super 6. We've touched down at the Den, home of Millwall FC, as we bring you two GOAT-level footy podcasts as they go head-to-head for 90 minutes. I'm told it's going to be like the old firm, but instead of Scott Brown, you get Theo Baker. But before we get into it, let's find out how both these squads are feeling.
Who scores first?
Theo.
James Alcott.
Elliot Hackney.
Me.
Me.
Most likely to be sent off?
Buvey.
Adam McKola.
Adam McKola.
Adam. Me.
Who will be man of the match?
Me.
Man of the match will annoyingly be Tom Garrett.
PK Humble.
Theo.
Me.
Longest in the shower?
Big John.
Longest in the shower will be JCC. There's a man who preens, proper metrosexual.
Rory Jennings.
Tom Garrett.
Garrett.
Most likely to have a howler?
Lewis Bowden.
Lewis Bowden.
Could easily be me.
Rory Jennings.
Adam.
Final score?
8-3 to us.
14-9 to us.
7-3 Pitchside.
10-6 to the club.
8-5 to Pitchside.
3-all penalties. We win it on penalties.
It is getting heated here at the Den. So the plan of action for today, I'll be taking you through the full live stream, but I am not alone today, ladies and gentlemen. I have Saturday's social favourites, Joe and Smithy, in the commentary box, who are going to be bringing you their hot takes and match analysis. But before we get into it today, we've got some questions we're going to need the answers to. Is Tom Garrett going to be getting man of the match, or is PK going to steal his thunder? Theo Baker returns to the pitch off the back of his injury at the Sidemen match. How's he going to do? Rotashaw joins the Sidemen charity match, and he brings to the Pitchside team. Is he going to be bringing that winning energy? And finally, is Lewis going to be the worst goalkeeper to grace the Den? All those questions are going to be answered, so make sure you tune in to the full live stream. Before we get into it, we have a special guest that's touched down in the ref's room. Joe, who have you got with you?
Right, okay, Theo Baker's made a random appearance here. Get out of it, because we're not here to see him, we're here to see the match officials. Let's enter the dressing room of our very special referee. Look. What the boys? Come over here, stand over here, Danny. Look, wow, who is the referee today? Are you going to be wearing this vest out there?
Well, like, I was wearing this, but the club are wearing black as well. So I've had to improvise, put a bib on. But I'm feeling so good, you know. This is the best idea I've ever had in my life. I'm buzzing.
Do you have any past refereeing experience, Danny?
Nah, but like, no, I'll tell you what. FIFA 13, you could be a ref on FIFA 13. And I used to play that as a kid. So yes, I've been a ref virtually.
Virtually. What kind of ref are we expecting you to be today, Danny? You're going to be aggressive? You're going to be laid back? You're going to get that game flow?
I will match the energy they give me. I'm not here to make this about myself. I let the game flow as much as possible, advantages, all that. If they want to beef me, I'll let them know who's the boss. Do you know what I mean? They've given me a lot of power with this, and I don't think they've realised. But I'm going to be as nice and respectful as possible. I'll only give it if they give it to me.
Are you the first referee in the history of football with a mullet? That's the big question.
I hope so, man. I really hope so. That would be. I'm going to add that to my bio if possible. There'll probably be someone out there that's done it, but definitely in the YouTube scene. Am I the first ever YouTube referee?
I'm not sure you can count yourself as the first ever, but I think you're up there. You're a contender for it. Yeah. We've got some big name referees in the past, haven't we? You know, your Mike Deans, your Pierluigi Collinas, celebrity refs, they would argue. What level of celebrity ref are you going to be, Dan? Are you going to make yourself a star?
Never. This game is not about me. It's about Pitchside, it's about the club, it's about raising money for charity. This ain't for me, okay? I'm just here to do my job, give the fouls I need to do. Don't get me wrong, we'll have some fun. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We're going to have some fun. There might be a little dive, or I don't know. But, for the most part, I'm being nice, I'm being respectful.
No VAR today either, but you have got two actual linesmen. Yeah. Two proper linesmen in the room with you.
And
how much are you going to have to rely on them?
I won't, but they're solid. They're very solid. We've been speaking. I'm happy with the team I've got. But you said there's no VAR. I could just go on my phone and watch the stream back if we really wanted to. But I'm trusted in my team, and I think I'm switched on enough to see in the moment whether it's a foul or not. I should be right.
I mean, we've seen the Danny Aaron's glow up recently, you know, the tattoos, the mullets come out, the girlfriend. What's she thinking of this outfit? Could this potentially give Tennessee the ick?
The ick? Don't be so silly, mate. Don't be so silly. If I come home rocking this, come on, mate. I actually don't mind it. I will say, I forgot to bring my football boots today. I was just going to rock out in Air Forces, but I won't specify who, because then it might lead to some conspiracies, but someone on a team has given me their boots. They don't fit me. They're a size 11. I'm a size 13.
Danger man.
Yeah, but yeah, so I don't even have my boots, so one person on the other team gave me them, so I might be a little bit lenient towards him.
I was out there speaking to a few players earlier, and they believe they can influence you. They believe they can get into your head. They believe that they can sweet talk you a little bit into decisions. What's your thoughts?
Never in a million years, mate. Never in a million years. If they even try to get in my good books, they're getting booked. I've got cards, and I'm not afraid to use them today. I've got red as well. I've got a red card. So, mate, I'm not scared to use it. Trust me.
I'm not going to lie, we've seen you get sent off in a charity game very recently. I was going to say, my next question was, the likelihood of red cards being produced today is meant to be friendly out there, mate.
Mate, only when necessary. I'm not here to send anybody off, but if the occasion arises, one thing I'm not going to accept is insults towards me and my team. If they even think about it, that's a straight red. I don't care if it's a charity match. We are here to do a job to discipline the game. If they want to talk to us, red card, mate. Red card.
Red cards could be coming out today. I mean, I just want to ask you one final question before we have a throw to a little VT. You've obviously worked with a lot of these guys. Who are you most looking forward to refereeing?
I think Fogden, because I'd love to send him off, to be honest with you. I'd love to give Fogden a red card, but no, he's a great man. The one person I really, really want to send off is Theo Baker, because he robbed me of playing in Soccer Aid. Don't know if you saw that, but so if I could get Theo Baker sent off, that would make everything balanced in life.
I'm not going to lie, it feels like we could have some bias there, given that you've already pre-predicted who you kind of want to send off, Danny.
But I'm not going to. If the occasion arises.
Okay, if the occasion arises. Hopefully it won't today, though. Right, just before we head out for kickoff, let's see what happened when pitch side of the club went head-to-head.
Yeah. Right, ready, boys?
Yes.
Yeah. May the 20th at the Den. Looking forward to it?
Where's the Den?
It's a moment, isn't it? Playing at a professional football ground.
Well, some of us already done that, Will, but I know it's a big thing for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
You got it in very quickly there. That's about 10 seconds into this video.
1-0 to club already.
1-0 to me. I got you. I know exactly where the Den is. The home of Millwall Football Club. I'm actually at one with the Millwall fans. They love me.
It's not what I've heard from them.
Yeah, I'm gassed for a kickabout with mates, really. That's all I'm interested in.
Oh, that was far too simple, wasn't it?
No, that's just the way it is for me.
Okay.
But I'm excited, it's just another day at the office for me. But for you, it's probably, the biggest day of your life?
Who will rise to the occasion from your team?
The man right now is absolutely shitting himself. Because the thing about this guy, he always lands on his feet, and they're very little feet.
Rory?
But Rory Jennings, gets where water can't.
Annoyingly, we're struggling.
Yeah.
There's a few in your side that will get hands-on and be, active in front of the goal mouth, and yeah, I think you'll score a few.
So you think we'll win?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance you win. Yeah, I think there's a good chance you win, to be honest.
No further questions.
Who's going to step up? It's you, isn't it? It's fucking annoying to have to do this to you.
Yeah, I think
you going to relish this? Are you taking this seriously?
Yeah.
Any weaknesses in your side?
Yeah, weaknesses in my side, probably my right leg. We do have a big weakness, though.
I don't know how this has happened. We've allowed that specky idiot to go in goal.
A gaping hole in our goal. Lewis Bowden's in goal.
I don't think we'll be keeping a clean sheet on that basis alone.
You've got Lewis in goal, regardless of how good you are.
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about
regardless,
that. Oh, my
regardless.
If you stick a ball in the net and you look back at the goalkeeper, that's the best face to see, him moaning.
Our weaknesses as a side, do you know, annoyingly, do you know what it is? It's the 3 club boys.
Adam McKola. I've never seen him pass the ball. He hasn't got any good feet. That's his issue.
Yeah.
But he'll play it left back, so he'll minimise the damage, hopefully.
Make a case for why your side wins.
I only have one case for my side, and that is me.
Well, I think we've got more footballing knowledge, that's for sure. I think obviously these guys are doing triathlons and all sorts. They've got the fitness levels over us.
This, for you, is your Champions League. You care
they're already getting
way
their
more.
excuses in.
Whereas we don't really care about this. This is
excuses.
another day
You
in the
do
office
care
of
about
pitch
it.
side.
We're not there to enjoy it. We're not there for any other reason.
Yeah.
Apart from securing the victory.
It's the fight that we've got. We've also got a pretty decent midfield.
Yeah.
In terms of chemistry, pitch side is absolutely unrivaled. We all know where each other's going to be, and we are going to be scoring those goals. regardless of who you have in defence. I know that's you.
All good? That's it?
Pitch side, confident they are taking the win today. Speaking of winners, I'm joined by Ben Sherlock and Jake Rigby, who are the winners of the Super 6 competition. And I'm going to put this into context for you guys. You won out of 40,000 people. How are you guys feeling? Obviously, the winning prize was playing here at the Den for the club and pitch side. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. It's a privilege to be here. There's so many big names. I just can't wait to get out on the pitch.
And who are you most looking forward to playing alongside today?
Harry's got to be one of them.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Big road
hopefully I'm
fan?
near him on the pitch.
Yeah? Okay. And yourself, Ben?
Yeah, same. Harry, grew up watching Hashtag, so playing with Spencer, PK, just looking forward to it.
Who would you say is the biggest GOAT across all the squads?
Oh.
And you can say the opposite side as well.
Out of players, it's got to be Harry. He's just
Okay.
biggest name, isn't he? So.
And at the start of the season, did you expect you'd be the winner?
No.
I mean, 40,000 people is a lot of people.
Yeah, no, never. Just played it as fun. Got a few shout-outs on the Pitchside podcast as the year went on, so took it a bit more serious. Didn't miss a game week, and now we're here.
I love it. And what's your tactics going into this match? Jake, do you want to take it?
Just try to be calm on the ball. Don't let the nerves get too much. A few simple passes to go.
Any mind games to get into the competitor's head?
Yeah, maybe just kick the ball at some people.
Nice.
Just
I like that.
Let them know early, sort of thing. I'm sure the manager will tell me to let them know I'm there early as well.
And yourself?
Yeah, with Danny Aarons as the ref, he's going to be card happy. He's not going to see what's going on behind his back. So
We're getting a lot of that today.
Just stand on people's toes.
I love it. Well, good luck, lads. Absolute massive congratulations. You're making history today, playing at the Den.
Cheers.
The players are heading into the tunnel, so over to Joe and Smithy to give you the starting lineup.
Thank you very much, Moore. Firstly, shout out to Joe, by the way. He's ran up here in record time, and it's worth pointing out this is our commentary duo. Joe, I'm right in saying that. I've never done this before with you.
I've never done this, mate. This is my debut too. This could be extremely ugly. We are so far away from the pitch. The players are moving around like Subbuteo pieces out there. Honestly, if we get names wrong today, we can only but apologise, because this could be a long, long afternoon.
I love how we're getting the excuses in early.
Yeah.
A lot of excuses in early. I've even got the glasses on, mate. I mean business for this. This is how seriously I'm taking it. Let's have a look at those all-important starting lineups. As Moore says, we are moments away, so let's bring you the club lineup first of all. In goal, Stanley Thompson, Adam McKola, Buvey, and then Hashtag United founder Spencer and Thogden make up the back four. Interesting back four, that one, Joe. Mars Fearon, Dave Iacono and PK Humble of Hashtag United, currently playing in the 7th tier, make up the midfield three. A lot of people already saying PK Humble could be the difference. Then JCC and Rory Jennings in behind Elliot Hackney. And Elliot Hackney looked very good in the warm-up. I've got to say, I saw him take 4 strikes. All 4 of them went into the back of the net. So strong lineup from the club.
Yeah, the club boys are very confident. It was extremely loud in their dressing room. We can have a look at the pitch side team, though, because these boys seem a little bit nervous in their warm-up. And no surprise when you've got Lewis Bowden in goal looking like he does with, quite frankly, chemistry goggles over his glasses and a Petr Cech helmet on. Harry's at right back, a centre-back partnership of Reeve and Casey Barker. Mitch Tucker at left back. Ellis Patton, Theo Baker and JMX make up the midfield three. Street Panner, lots expected of him today on the left wing. R for TV. And then the man who has, a big reputation, Tom Garrett, coming into this one. Played collegiate level soccer over in the US of A. Big hype about him.
There is a lot of hype about him. I think him and PK Humble could be the match winners. Let's give you confirmation then of both teams and also show you some of the subs, because, Joe, they've got a few ballers on the bench as well. So we've given you the lineups, but let's just bring you some of the names on the bench. So for pitch side, they've got Mo Omar, Proddy, George Clark, Jake Rigby and Yakin Thomas. And then for the club, they've got Steve-O the Madman. Now, Steve-O the Madman, 20 years ago, actually played 3rd tier football for Leyton Orient.
It's a long time ago, though.
4 caps, but, we can't take that away from him. Spraggy, Joe Smith, Ben Sherlock and James Alcott, who we both know very well. We've seen he's got a bit in the locker, but reports that he might be carrying a knock. So I think he's taking on a dual sort of player-coach role, which often doesn't work out, does it?
It very, very rarely works out. A little groin problem for James Alcott. So whether or not he gets any minutes remains to be seen. But it is Flav managing that side. And if anyone's going to give Alcott
top minutes today, it's going to be flat. True, they are friends, aren't they? So there are the lineups. I've got to say the tension is building, even up here in the rafters. We cannot wait to get going. And I believe Morph is down there with some of the players. Back to you, Morph.
We have touched down in the tunnel. It is Judgment Day. Here we go. Right, to my left we have the most unofficial ref going. I've said it. How you feeling?
I'm so buzzing for this.
Yeah,
this is the best day of my life. I'm so happy. This is actually unreal.
Looking at this lineup, who's the biggest threat?
Biggest threat to me? Myself. No.
Okay, we're moving back. Lewis.
Hello.
Is this your normal kind of like goalie attire we got going on?
They call me Peter Speck.
Peter Speck?
You should fucking nick my joke.
I'm here for it. Adam?
Yes?
You bringing the northern charm to the club?
Midlands charm, but I'm bringing it.
Midlands?
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. What?
I'm bringing it.
Okay, who's your star player out of your lineup?
Mr. Humbility himself. PK Humble.
Let's go to PK. Hello, PK. You've been voted the GOAT player. You taking that title?
Yeah, just come back from international duty with Djibouti. Yeah.
Any celebration dances you're going to be bringing to the den?
Yeah, I'm probably going to do about 9 of them, 8 of them.
Do you want to show us a little bit?
You're going to have 9 of them today on the TV. So I'll wait till I score the goals.
Okay, keeping us waiting. Here we go. The gaffer fit. Is it? Can we start from the bottom? Talk us through the fit.
Yeah, I have got the boots on because you never know, but today my thoughts are on pitch side and we're going to bring it home. It's coming home. Come on. Come on.
A little birdie told me you were meant to be playing for the club.
Right, who said that?
But you said you were ill. True or false?
False. I got wrist surgery. I was meant to play in goal, so just want to put those rumours to bed. Yeah. Whoever spreaded that is evil. I don't know who it was.
Okay, that is everything. We are handing it over to Joe and Smithy in the commentary room to talk you through the match.
Thank you very much, Morph. I love that. What was Flav doing there in the tunnel, Joe? Just sort of sat, I mean, for a manager, he's very chilled vibe, isn't he? I thought I expected more from him in the tunnel. But here we go. Danny Aarons as referee, walking the players out. We've got to talk about Lewis Bowden. What's your honest thoughts on the attire? Have you ever seen anything like it from a keeper?
Never seen anything like it. This guy runs his mouth more than anybody else on YouTube. I hope everybody at home is watching right now, getting ready to clip this absolute disaster class we are about to witness in front of us, because honestly, he's going to stink this gaff out, Smithy.
I'm intrigued to know what he's put on first, Joe, the headwear or the glasses, because it's sort of like an all-encompassing look that he's got going on. And as for Rory Jennings, here he comes. Could he be a danger man? We know him very well. He's very strong with his opinions.
Very strong with his opinions, mate. I mean, I've got written down in front of me here that his middle name is Bartholomew.
Incredibly, that is correct.
Absolutely unbelievable. Again, that is one for the commenters at home. Middle name Bartholomew. The guy has rolled his shorts up into a pants situation. For me, Smithy, just looking down early doors, the way we saw the warm-ups, the noise inside the dressing rooms, I think the club are pretty confident.
Yeah, I've got to say, actually, it was fascinating. Joe and I both went down and watched the warm-ups. The club, the sort of team work, the camaraderie that we saw, very loud, very vocal. They looked like they were going to be enjoying this more. I think, not saying both teams are, but they just seemed like there was an air of confidence going in. Got to talk about that man on your screen as well, Theo Baker. We've seen what he can do at Wembley Stadium. We've seen in many charity games. This man is an absolute baller, but this picture tells you everything, Joe. Fitness is going to be key. What state do you think he'll be in? Because he had that horrific injury in the Sidemen game.
Yeah, I was chatting to him pre-game, and he's now a left footer. He's got entirely, exclusively left peg. Now, he was whipping a fair few decent ones in, to be fair. If you've seen him in any Chris MD video, you know he can still strike the ball. But with Soccer Aid round the corner, obviously he was a competition winner there. I think maybe you might see a little bit of a reserved Theo today. Not saying he's going to take his foot off the gas, but lefties only.
Interesting thoughts as well from Danny Aarons pre-match. He seems very... Do you know what's mad, Joe? We've been to a lot of games, lucky enough in our role to go to a lot of match days. Referees take it very seriously pre-match. I'm getting none of that from Danny Aarons, just chilled vibe.
Well, you say that. I think there was a bit of targeting going on. Off camera, he was saying he quite wants to send someone off today. Now, if that is the case, it worries me, because that means he's targeting someone early doors. He's managed to find a referee shirt, which is a huge W, because early doors, it looked like he might have to wear a bib, and that really would have looked terrible. But the linos, can I just point out, the linesmen are actual FA quality linesman today. Proper linesman. It's not somebody's mate that we've got down to hold the flag. We've got Danny Aarons and 2 proper linos.
So you're saying the linos are going to be of better ability than Danny Aarons? Is that what you're saying?
I think so. We can see in front of us as well, pitch side have got the kickoff here. And it looks a little bit like they're lining up in a 4-2-3-1. Now, whether or not this is actually going to be the case, we can also see Lewis Bowden just doing a little warm-up in goal, throwing the ball out. Smithy, I've got a question for you. Do you think Lewis will be able to kick the ball past 15 metres from his goal?
Definitely not.
No, I totally agree. Obviously, on the club, player to watch out for today. We spoke about him pre-game, but PK Humble is going to be a real danger man. And we are away. Plenty to play for today, mainly bragging rights in the footballing podcast community, because quite frankly, there's no money on the line, there's no trophy on the line, there's not much else on the line.
I'll tell you what though, Joe, it is a fantastic day. The sun is shining. I'm told that is what commentators say when they are just filling.
I think it is, mate.
I think 0-0.
I think it is. You know, there's going to be a lot asked of Thogden, I think, today, down in this right-back slot. Obviously, he was at the playoff final, loser that day. Will he be a loser today as well? He looks like he's up against Tom Garrett. Danny Aarons, early doors, letting play just develop and already copping an awful lot of abuse from Tom Garrett. It looks like there could be a war of words developing between Danny Aarons and the club.
Yeah, here is Thogden on the ball. You mentioned it could be a disappointing few days, couldn't it? We saw him at Wembley in tears. Bolton losing 2-0 to Oxford, courtesy of those Josh Murphy 2 strikes. A disappointment for Thogden on that day. He's hoping his luck will change today. Fairly solid start from Danny Aarons, I have to say. We've only been playing 1 minute, but so far,
I mean, his
so good.
fitness levels should be good, shouldn't they, Smithy? He's obviously training for his fight against Buvey at the moment. One of the reasons he's not playing, as I said, pre-game. He did get sent off in a charity game recently, so he's willing to dish out the cards.
Have to say, I was chatting to his mum and dad, who were both here in attendance, and they were not happy with that red card at all.
I don't know why, absolutely nailed on red. 100% a red card. Adam McKola at left back on the ball. Big things expected of him after his team has had an absolutely shocking season. Manchester United falling apart. Yeah, it is my team as well, Smith, but less said about that the better. Spencer, lots of experience out there today. He's played in about 200 of these charity games at this stage.
If there is anyone that knows how to play in a charity match and the occasion shouldn't faze him, it is the man behind the Wembley Cup. He's been involved in Sidemen charity matches. He's played at almost every Premier League ground. Spencer should be fine, you think. Interesting, Joe, as well, pre-match. We heard from all of the contributors from pitchside and the club. They were asked who's most likely to get sent off. A very high percentage of them all said Adam McKola.
Here's a big chance though. Thea Baker inside the box. I said he was a lefty all day, and he just whips one over the bar. Can't use that right foot, of course, because of the dodgy hip, but a lefty will do the job.
Didn't Ronnie O'Sullivan have that? Well, he played snooker right-handed and then left-handed, did he not? Tough.
I think he did, but I don't think it was because of a hip problem he picked up in a Sidemen charity
Good
game.
point. I'm again just trying to think of comparisons for that, because that's got to be quite difficult to play with your wrong foot.
Absolutely. I mean, we can't do it, can we? I think the goalkeepers could play a big role today, Smithy. As we all know, in these sort of charity events, goalkeeping can be very, very subpar. Stanley's in goal, of course, for the club, and it's a good kick, that's a good kick for a goalkeeper of this standard. Lovely touch by Elliot Hackney into the midfield with PK Humble. And Miles, who suffered disappointment yesterday, big Arsenal fan, of course, regularly featuring on the club. Here goes PK Humble. This is where he can cause some real trouble in 1v1 situations. A man of many talents, driving inside, already looks dangerous. Rory with a lovely flick around the corner as Yakino!
Oh, big chance. Lovely build-up play, that. Lovely little touch. That is a warning. You can see Flav clapping on the sideline in the sunglasses.
Yeah, we're talking about Flav's outfit, Smiths. I mean, we can talk about this chance first. Could have been offside from that touch from Rory. I mean, Lewis just watches it go past the post.
Has Rory meant that little flick? Let's have a look at... Oh, what do you think? It's great vision from Rory Bartholomew Jennings, if he's meant that.
Yeah, I think we should start calling him Bartholomew in the chat, please. Yeah, I just want to touch on Flav's outfit as well. I mean, he looks like he's come straight off the beaches of Miami tonight. Quite remarkable that he's chosen to wear that at Millwall.
I could see him on a beach in Miami next week. He's exactly that kind of guy. Oh, big challenge, that.
Could we see the first corner here? We will see the first corner here. Danny Aarons has got a decision correct there. Pitchside trying to claim a goal kick, but they will be having none of it. Elliot Hackney potentially going to be taking this one He's shuffling the pack. He's pushing Adam McKola into the centre spot. Buvey making his way forward here, an imposing presence, Buvey. If you've never met him in person, he actually stands about 6'3", 6'4", and he'll be looking to win headers. Against JMX, though, he played it short. It's smart. That's appalling.
Adam McKola down in the box. A few words being exchanged there with the referee. But it is a big moment now. Lewis Bowden with the goal kick. We're going to see what he's like. I'll tell you what, he's found his man. I mean, the technique might have been questioned, but he's found his man well. Here comes Tom Garrett. Lovely pass from Tom Garrett. Expecting big things from him today, Joe. You played five-a-side with him. What's he like?
Yeah, he's not too bad. A little bit of ring rust, potentially. That's a fantastic ball. Mo's down the sideline. Can he pick out Theo Baker? He pulls it back. Chance! Yeah! Goal! And it is 1-0. Street Panner opens the scoring for Pitchside. This guy has a bit of a history, Smithy.
What a goal that is. Yes, he does have big history. He's a two-time Super Bowl World Panner champion, and he is called the King of Nutmegs. This man surprising no one here with this touch, and what a finish that is into the top corner as they take a 1-0 lead. He played at a good level, Joe, to the age of 14. Ligament damage in his foot, stopping his chance at turning pro. Had a horrific injury with an incident with his liver as well later on in life, and was in a very bad way. So it's fantastic to see him back on the pitch, balling like he does and putting his team 1-0 up.
It's a fantastic start for the Pitchside boys, isn't it? Absolutely sensational. People's Pundit will be loving this, Smithy. He said he's wearing his boots just in case he can bring himself on. He's got an England shirt underneath the suit.
Stockton with the throw-in.
PK Humble, you know, you can see the ability on him. Very calm, very composed. Good touch that by Buvey. Pulls that down like he's Paolo Maldini back there. He was coming into this game in good form. I played five-a-side with him last week, and he scored at least 2 goals.
Ruben Diaz at the back there. Look at that from Buvey. Look, he lows it as well, doesn't he?
His legs might be burning a bit. There's a fair few boys out there, actually, that did the Hackney Half Marathon yesterday. Now, I think Buvey was one of them. He seemed very disappointed with his time, about that 2-hour mark. Lewis Bowden, another, that also took part. He said that running is the easiest sport in the world, and he'll be able to do a half marathon, no problem. By the end of it, the sunburn this guy has is appalling.
It is incredible, actually. I would agree with that. But it's been a great start. Spencer, down to Thogden. He's doing the simple things all right, Thogden at right back. Here we go.
We've heard big things about the Yak in midfield, number 10. They're calling him the Yak. They're expecting goals. Potential long ball here for Spence. It's well cleaned up by Casey Barker. Here's Mo. He's got a bit in his locker as well. Another freestyler. JMX, lots of experience in here as well. A big ball carrier. JMX striding forward. That's a great tackle by Spencer.
Spencer started the game well, you know. He knows his ability. He does the simple things well, gives the ball well. And they're back on the attack. Oh, PK Humble showing us what we thought he could do. We saw big things from him in the warm-up. As they go on the attack, could this be another chance for the equaliser?
And he's still got the ball. Can he set it back? It's JCC! Oh. Deary me, I play golf with this guy every week. That was like his pitching wedge. Awful.
I wondered where you were going with the fact you played golf with him, which had nothing to do with it, but I see what you meant now.
Yeah, terrible ball striker with a wedge. Terrible ball striker with that left foot, by the looks of it. Really good chance. Great play by Hackney to pull it back, and that's found row F.
Just leaning back. First of all the coaches teach you when a ball's coming across, lean over it. Otherwise, it will find its way into row Z, as it has done. 1-0 gone. 8 minutes on the clock.
I have to say, Smith, it's a hot day out there, but they are quite fit, some of these players. Street Panner linking up with Mo. This is a bit of freestyle. That looked like a handball there for Buvey. Danny Aarons spots it. Well done, Danny Aarons. You have to say, the guy is going to take some abuse today. He is also mic'd up, Danny Aarons. So we will, if the language isn't too blue, be able to bring you some of what he says.
There we go.
Who's going to take this free kick then? Looks like Tom Garrett is going to be over it. Me and Smithy have had the pleasure of doing some shooting challenges with him before, and he was awful at them. So whether or not this goes in the back of the net,
we did blag our way to victory in that shooting challenge, Joe, didn't we? I still don't know how.
We did. Chris MD's channel. There's some opportunities here. Plays it in. Theo!
Oh, what
a start that is. That is a prime pitch side link-up. Tom Garrett to Theo Baker. some of the most stinking football opinions of all time, but some good footballing ability.
It is the perfect pitch-side link-up, as you said. Let's have another look at this. What a ball this is from Garrett, straight onto Theo's head. And he just glides. He doesn't need much power because the weight is all in the pass. And he glances it into the corner. Pitch-side take a 2-0 victory, and you can see what it means to them. What a start.
Has to be said, doesn't it? Club look shell-shocked. The backline look worried. You have to be thinking that Flav will have to make some changes soon. He's got the likes of James Alcott on the bench. He's got Steve-O on the bench. Some of these players are going to have to get game time, as this could rapidly get away from them, Smithy.
Do you know what? James Alcott, I played Sunday League with him for a whole season, so I know exactly what he's like. He's exactly the kind of player they are missing at the minute. He just sits in front of the back line, Joe, as a DM. He won't score many goals or get loads of assists, but he keeps the ball so well. He's almost like a sort of Jorginho type player that just does the simple things, the passes well. I think that the kind of player that they're crying out for, and I think Flav is having a word, so it could be someone that we see very quickly.
But I'm not sure if Flav is having a word about the football or where he can get another pina colada. That outfit stinks. Okay, the club really need to get a foothold in this game, don't they? They need somebody to put the ball on the floor, a PK Humble or a Miles, and play from the back. Danny's not happy here because a bit of time wasting is occurring from the club. Do they realise they're 2-0 down, Smithy?
It's a very good question. Not quite sure. A lot of jeering from the crowd there whenever there is a goal kick, and it goes straight out into the sunshine here at the Den, home of Millwall.
Here's Buvey tracking down the ball. He's a guy who looks a little bit unorthodox on the ball, but he's actually got a bit about him, Buvey. What you will say about pitchside early doors is they are pressing quite well as a unit, aren't they? Not much space for the club. PK's been ushered off the ball, but that's a lovely turn by PK. You talked about him playing Step 7 at the moment. He's just taken # player of the season. He told me in the change room he's got every single award. You're shaking your head. Is he lying to me?
Well, I spoke to Spencer about this, and apparently he didn't get player of the season award. He had a good season, but I think that's what he said.
Because the words, I won every award, definitely left the guy's mouth in the build-up to this one.
Fair play. I respect the confidence. Speaking of #United, there is the founder. Absolutely incredible what Spencer's done with #United. 7th tier now. Obviously got a women's team as well and the esports team. Unbelievable football empire that man has built.
That's a sloppy ball by Buvey, though. He's definitely offside. Street Pan had just maybe waited one too many touches. I'm not sure what Theo's complaining about. He went about 3 minutes early there.
I have to say, Joe, the view that we had of that, we are dead in line with that, and he was miles offside. It is the correct decision. Theo shaking his head there. Do need some sun cream, I think, some of these players to be applied. It looks very hot out there. What a turn that is from PK Humble. This is a big chance.
Here's the Yak, plays it inside to JCC. Can JCC find his fullback? Adam McKola progressing up the pitch like Luke Shaw. Whips one in. PK Humble's up. And now they can break again pitch side. They really can. JMX going long.
Have it.
Theo Baker, that's a lovely touch and turn by Theo Baker. Strong, powerful runner with the ball.
Wow.
Theo Baker progressing into the final third. Can he go all the way? He goes past another one, past Spencer, cuts it back. Big chance for Mo. He had so much time, Smithy.
This is what Theo Baker can do. We've seen him in many chances. What a strike. What a strike that was.
Was that Harry?
I think it was Harry,
Hard to tell, that was Harry.
It was Harry, yeah. The man with over 16 million subscribers, showing he's got a bit in his locker on the pitch as well. We're looking at the bench as well. Some of these players will be gagging to get on the pitch. But look at that for a first touch and a volley. I'll tell you what, Joe, not too far over, as I think we're getting our first substitute of the day. And we spoke about this man, James Alcott.
You did say this, Smithy. They're lacking some control in the midfield. It looks like he's hooked Miles, potentially. And coming onto the pitch is Steve-O. Centre mid, he says. Am I going centre mid? He can't quite believe it himself. He never played centre mid when he was at Leyton Orient or QPR, but now he is.
So Steve-O, the madman, former pro footballer, played at Bournemouth, Leyton Orient, Newport County. He actually had 4 appearances, Joe, in the 3rd tier of English football. Yes, for Leyton Orient, he played 4 times in the 3rd tier of English football, but that was back in 2003. You'd imagine, though, he'd still be able to read the game.
Oh, bit late there. Bit late, not much in it though. Danny's shuffling over. He was telling me in the build-up to this is one of the best days of his life, refereeing this game. Wow, apologies for any bad language out there. Adam McKola clearly feeling the pressure. His side 2-0 down inside 10 minutes. and there's lots of overlaps, lots of space out there. Rory Jennings giving him absolutely no cover. They're progressing the ball yet again. Theo's in the middle. Big bit of defending by Spencer Owen.
Spencer Owen's been solid. I tell you what, I've been impressed with Street Panner as well, making some lovely little touches. I saw Street Panner and Mo in the warm-up, and their technique was absolutely sublime.
What am I seeing here, Smithy? What am I seeing? I'm seeing Lewis Bowden.
He's going all Allison, isn't he? He wants the glory.
Decided he is going to do an Allison. If there's one man who can make it about himself, it's this guy.
Look at the attire. Surely, Joe, he'd be better off wearing a baseball cap because of the sun, so that he can see rather than the thing he's got on his head.
It's a chance for Lewis! It's a massive chance for Lewis Bowden.
What a story that would have been.
That would have been one of the moments of the season. Theo Baker said, "What are you doing up here, Lewis?
That's
Get back
what
in
he's
goal."
doing. He looks like he's going scuba diving. But he nearly scored an absolutely outrageous. Look, he should be wearing a baseball cap. He can't see.
One of the worst headers you'll ever see. He's onside. And
he's in.
He's onside.
He's in.
He's in. Big chances. 1v1 versus Lewis. Oh my goodness.
Got to go across there, Joe. The angle was massive. You saw Lewis Bowden hadn't got back in position. Surely he's got to go head down and across the keeper. And to make it worse, Tom Garrett is laughing in his face.
It's not a pretty sight, is it? Lack of class from Tom Garrett. Elliot Hackney, a guy who's very, very high up in the rankings of the Fellas Studios. I wouldn't be laughing in his face at all, Smithy.
No.
Chances, by the way, and substitutions. George Clarkey coming on to the pitch in midfield.
OK, I think, Joe, we can head down to Morph. He's got a couple of players down there. Morph, what have you made of the game so far?
How you feeling?
Not great, to be honest. It's getting exposed a bit, down the right-hand side especially. 2 good goals from them, to be fair. They're quality players, you expect it from them.
There's a lot of volume from your side. Frustration?
I think we're...
In which way? Anger volume.
No, it's just passion. It's passion. It's what we're all about, isn't it? And Miles, unfortunately, was... are you subbing yourself on, Miles, while I'm doing an interview?
Who's running this club? Are you subbing yourself on?
I'm actually mid-interview and you're bringing players on for me. So this is the big problem with this club, right? Is the lack of respect. I didn't even get to pick my own team. I've only met half the players today for the first time. Anyway, sorry, yes. So Miles was injured. He come off, he was blowing it. Oh, you come here, Miles. Let's see, they want to know about your sub.
No, just...
Miles, you got subbed off. You don't seem happy about that.
No, I seem perfectly fine about it.
Okay.
Oh, once I won the break.
Okay, right, we're throwing it back to Joe and Smithy in the commentators' room.
He's offside.
Thank you very much, Morph. Yeah, it sounds like Flav not particularly happy with the way that it's being run. I mean, he is the gaffer, so he can change it if he wants. But at the moment, the club do find themselves 2-0 down, 17 minutes on the clock. They need this man, PK Humble, to show us exactly what he's got in the locker and why he is one of the best players on this pitch. When he's had the ball, he's looked very tidy. The problem is they haven't got him on the ball enough. That is a lovely little turn there.
Rory slips it into JCC. Can he change the momentum of this game? Rory looks offside there, and he is offside.
Can I just say that Lewis is flat there. They need to test the goalie. They just need to test this keeper. He's not even in the goal half the time.
Look, he's got his hand above his eyes because he's got the sun in them, and I haven't seen one shot on target from the club really to test him. My first thought today would be rain shots down on this guy, and they haven't done that at all.
He's got 3 items on his head, Joe, and none of them are protecting him from the sun.
This is good play by Mitch Tucker. Incredible. Coming inside. Finds George Clarkey. This guy has an absolute cannon of a shot, by the way. Tom Garrett, haven't really seen too much of him. Stuck out on this left wing. Some would call it hiding. Others would call it professional play.
Nice touch that from Rory Jennings. This is Steve-O, the madman. Let's see what we can do. This is what I'm talking about, Steve-O. You do not lose it. It's a lovely pass through to Elliot Hackney. Now, surely now they've just got to test this keeper. Good challenge.
Yeah, that was really, really good bit of defending. Danny Aarons said he's going to let a lot play on. He's let that play on. That looked like a clear foul. Chances in the box. Lewis Bowden. Deary me. Butter on his gloves, but he does manage to hold on to that somehow. This could be a ball of a century. What a ball that is. Now Tom Garrett, outside of his foot, is awful. That is awful.
Do you know what, Joe? Too complacent there. I saw him laid back. He didn't put enough on the weight of the pass. Clearly a quality player, but wasn't enough. Thogden down the 9.
PK, can he get hold of the ball? PK has got hold of the ball. It's a lovely little touch. He sees Ben moving into the midfield. Ben, of course, the competition winner for the day. He's going to have to leave early because he's got to get back to Warrington for his job this evening. Steve-O seems to have just come on and settled things down a little bit, Smith.
Yeah, he made some lovely touches, Steve. I think Steve-O and PK Humble, that's the link-up that they're going to rely on if the club are going to get back into this. Some lovely little touches, though, and they've just got to get the ball into the box, surely. Chance! Oh, narrowly wide. One of the slowest strikes I've ever seen, it has to be said that.
Yeah, not an awful lot of power behind that one, but it was good bit of build-up, Smiths. There's a better bit of build-up than we've seen from the club so far. They're really starting to get a bit of a foothold in the game. The first 10 minutes was a disaster for them, a disaster. James Alcott's bellowing instructions below. Maybe he put himself on, because quite frankly, so far it's not been good enough.
I don't even think that shot hit the back billboard, it was that slow. Oh,
It's gone to ground. Street Panna progressing into the final third. It's a 4-on-3 if they can take advantage of it. Theo does have a cannon of a left foot. Spencer Owen yet again.
Oh, what a nutmeg!
Keep him close.
Spencer's still going. He's in, he's through. 1-on-1. This has to be the chance, surely, to get a goal back. 1-on-1 with the keeper. What a save! Lewis Bowden, take a bow, son!
Lewis Bowden waves a finger. He says,
Wow.
no, not in my house tonight. JCC, a poor finish. Has to be said, that is a poor finish from a player of his quality. But pressure is building for the club. Thogden, can he shift it? Tom Garrett does well to get back and defend. They've managed to clear their line, Smith.
I tell you what, Joe, the club are getting back into this. That tactical substitution of just bringing Steve-O in, Steve-O and PK Humble, they're not losing their heads so much. They're just keeping the ball, dictating play with the passes. Some nice little intricacy here from Buvey down to Steve-O. And I think this is a good spell for the club as Spencer finds himself on the ball. He's not going to have a crack from there, is he? What a strike! No, it wasn't. It was terrible.
Why not? Lewis there, mugging him off with a dive. Don't know who he's trying to mock, presumably Spencer. But this was the big chance, as we can see here. JCC progressing through into the final third. Mitch Tucker going to ground. It's poor. Massive chance. I don't think Lewis even knows much about it. The finger wag, absolutely unnecessary, and really does sum him up.
Wow, look at that. Was that reminiscent of Heung-min Son's 1-on-1 against City? And do we need to give the keeper more credit?
Potentially. I mean, half of the players out there were celebrating it. Flav down on the touchline was probably wearing a Man City shirt at the time.
There's Ellis Platten on your screen.
Here's a big chance. Harry, surely he's not shooting from there. No, he's not. He cuts it back. Spencer does the job, and that's a really good bit of defending by Stephen and Madman.
Do you know what? Steve-O's looked really, really tidy since he's come on, just keeping the ball well. Oh, but that's a sloppy pass.
Very sloppy pass. Spencer showing a bit of experience out there. He's one of the older players today, but he's played at Wembley Cups, he's played in Sidemen games. This guy's been there and done it all, and what a ball, Smiths.
I tell you what, is that Thogden? What a pass that is, yeah. Another thing Spencer has done, and he does very well, is commentating, Joe. Does a lot of commentary, and we did pick his brains, didn't he? He was a guest on our show, Saturday Social on Saturday. We picked his brains about commentary. Yeah. Clearly, we weren't listening.
Yeah, no. I mean, we're trying our best here, but not sure if it's working. Spencer, the far more experienced pundit and player. Tom Garrett now in the wide areas, looking to face Thogden up. He goes round him, plays it into Street Panna. It's good feet. He goes past one. Look at these feet. It's futsal style. PK trying to give him one.
Yeah, Danny Aaron's waving play. And I have to say, Danny Aaron's has let a lot go. He did say that, didn't he? In his chat with you pre-match, that he's going to let a lot go. A lot of very vocal players down pitch side. Now you get a really good view from here of what is going on. I have to say the noise level have increased, and it looks like Flav is looking to make quite a lot of changes. 4 players on the touchline, so we're intrigued to see what happens in the next 5 or so minutes. Another sloppy pass. Spencer once again. I'd love to see Spencer's pass completion statistics from this half. And just as I say that, he loses the ball. That is the commentator's curse right there.
Oh, Reeve, he's overhit that bit. And the Yak can progress the ball now. Steve-O just settling things down. Spencer, a bit of experience. Going back to the keeper, Stanley. Really needs to get something going here. I mean, that's dodgy, isn't it? I mean, it's calmness personified by Stanley, but I don't know whether he meant it. Adam McKola and Theo just having a little bit of words with each other a minute ago. Manages to play a lovely ball down the line, though.
Offside.
He's given it offside. Lino, I'm not sure about that, and neither is Elliot Hackney. He's given him some abuse.
Flag clearly raised. As you can see here, James Alcott doing his warm-ups in the background. It looks like something has made Rory laugh. Definitely not the scoreline, 2-0 down, but it looks like from up here, James Alcott, Spraggy and Rory Jennings all coming on. Buvey coming off, fair play to him. He did run a half marathon recently, so he makes way.
I mean, you'd have to say, wouldn't you, Smithy, if this scoreline was happening in professional football, Rory would be one of the first to be commenting, wouldn't he? He would be saying, this is a disgrace out there today. There would probably be a YouTube title saying Flav out by the end of the game.
Someone said he's already making the YouTube video now. Yeah, Rory Jennings, very vocal with his opinions.
Bowden's up again. It's another corner, and the goalkeeper's come up again. Lewis Bowden absolutely loves the spotlight. He nearly got his head on it a minute ago, and like I said at the previous corner, if there's one man who can make this day about him, Smithy, it's Lewis Bowden.
You have said that a few times. Let's see if he can make it. It's a good ball in, by the way. Well clear, but the chance hasn't gone. Rifled in. And Bowden really needs to get back into sticks because the counter-attack could be on if they can win the ball back as he runs back into his own half.
Yeah, and Thomas, who we've heard big things about, one of the camera ops on the team. There's a few players playing today, actually, Smithy, that are behind the scenes at both of these podcasts. You've got Stanley there. Some of the work you guys don't see that goes on in front of camera. There's massive teams of people making these productions work. Big team here today making this one work. It's a great run by Thogden.
Lovely run from Thogden as he goes down the right-hand side. Does he keep it in? Yes, he just keeps it in. Needs to find that pass soon. Oh, I don't know if he's delayed it too long there. The pass was on. I don't know why he dallied on the ball. But yeah, it's a good point you make, Joe. It's a fantastic game. And I think what's great about this game is you've got some absolute superstars from the football YouTube scene, but you've also got people who work behind the scenes. You've also got competition winners. We heard from Ben and Jake. Out of 40,000 people, they've got the chance to play at Millwall in the sunshine. So it's a great occasion for many people. What a strike! What a save that is from Lewis Bowden, I have to say. So many people have been critiquing him, mainly because he looks very bizarre in his attire, but he's had 2 chances and saved them both, Joe.
I mean, yeah, that was a really, really good strike by the Yak, wasn't it? And I mean, it's an unorthodox save by Bowden. I wouldn't be sort of calling it Allison. I wouldn't be calling it Neuer. He kind of just moves and sticks an arm up. I mean, it's straight down the middle, really. If that goes in, there's problems.
Yeah, do you know what? It's one of those strikes, Joe, from up here, the first time you see it, you think it's a worldie. When you see the replay, you think maybe he could have caught it. But the break's on now again. It's Theo Baker. We know what he can do in this position. We've seen him score at Wembley. One of the goals, I think that even got voted one of the moments of the year, that moment when Theo Baker had that maze up at the Wembley Cup. And they've still got the ball, keeping the ball well, but the club have just got men back at the right time, it looks like, as Tom Garrett plays it simple. And they're just looking to slow the tempo down and keep possession.
Yeah, 5 subs being lined up by pitch side as well. Must be a few players that are looking a little bit leggy out there. What we're not seeing from the club is any sort of sustained pressure. Now, I know this is a charity game. You don't usually see that because people are tired, but the club, for me, have been disappointing in this first 27 minutes, Smithy.
They've had moments, Joe, haven't they? They have tested the keeper. They've just not done enough in terms of in front of goal. And, of course, they haven't been clinical enough. Those 2 chances, as the ball is overhit, they'll look back on them and think maybe they should have done better. Just a bit of pause here now. It looks like a lot of subs are getting ready. Tom Garrett looks like he's enjoying it. Already got an assist to his name. And here comes, this is Callum Proddy, one of the men that work behind the scenes. As you said, Joe, great to see that
yeah, subs coming on
as well.
Looks like Proddy is going to be coming onto the pitch. Arthur's also coming on as well. Garrett giving the signal that he might well be too tired to continue. People's pundit there, as you can see, doing a great job, you'd have to say. They're 2-0 up. Tom Garrett says he wants to come off. He's tired.
Can't take Theo off, he'll seize up.
Okay, you're right.
He says you can't take Theo off.
I think he said you've got to take up.
Seize up.
Oh,
I think he says you can't take him off because he'll seize up. So again, a lot of the pitchside boys very, very vocal in terms of how they think Theo will do. Yes, I'm right. Tom just said stay on. He doesn't want Theo to come off because he thinks he'll seize up. Obviously, he's had those injuries. A fair play to Theo Baker, by the way, playing as he's playing, having come back from some horrific injuries, most notably at the Sidemen game that we saw. But as things stand, Theo is still on the pitch, drinking some water. And it is pitch side 2, the club nil. I don't know what you think of this, Joe, but when you make 4 or 5 subs, I don't know if it just unsettles the balance a bit. Are you better off making 2 and waiting 5 minutes for the other 2?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, one thing I'm going to say is one of the substitutes that's come onto the pitch. Oh, Danny, not much in that for me, Danny.
Oh, is it a moving ball as well?
Not much in that for me.
I think it's a moving
ball there. That's a good bit of play, though. Great challenge by Joe Smith. Really, really big challenge there. Adam McKola calling on his contacts, of course, and then getting Danny Aarons. I have to say it's a bad 30 seconds for the ref there. He's signalling stamps from Proddy.
I like how he's explaining it with body language, though, all of his decisions. Right, is that Spencer over the ball? Just looking to calm things down. Do you have another look of this here?
Not much in that for me, Smithy. Not much in that for me at all. Proddy using his body in there. Proddy, of course, who completed a marathon. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, fair play.
Here's PK. He's managed to spin Ian Thomas in behind. Cuts it back. The Yak.
Chance.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a good ball. No one there. This is what I mean, Joe. The club have had chances. They've been in positions. It's just that final ball has either let them down or they haven't been clinical enough. That's a good bit of play there. And it's still fairly low scoring.
Jeez.
For a game of this calibre after the 30-minute mark.
Chances,
and it's cleared
behind
for
by Street
a corner.
Not sure what Street Panna's doing back there. He was originally playing as a winger. Maybe they've shifted things about, but a really nice touch in there by the Yak, it would have to be said. As you can see, sun just setting over the den here. Lewis Bowden playing with a scrum cap and goggles, whipped in and cleared beautifully. That is an absolute behemoth of a clearance. Spencer's going across to mop it up, and pitch side are being ushered to get up the pitch. They're still very deep, Smith.
Do you know what? I'm surprised Elliot Hackney's on corners, Joe, because we saw him in the warm-up. He is their sort of goal scorer. He's the kind of guy that you'd want in the box for a corner. We've seen that corner there. Didn't beat the first man. I wouldn't be surprised if they look to mix that up for the next corner.
Big tackle by Adam McKola. I think that's going to be a feature of this game. He's quite a physical player, likes to put himself about.
Loves a tackle.
That's over the head of Joe Smith.
Keeper, he's might get confusion.
Proddy
can score here. He can score. He's in. Proddy's going to score. It's a goal. It's not. What on earth happened there?
What has happened here? We're going to need to see a replay on this. The liner was flagging.
The ball is in the back of the net. Let's hear what Danny's got to say about it.
I have absolutely no idea, but he's flagging, so I don't know.
I mean, I have to say, the liner was flagging absolutely furiously.
I have absolutely no idea.
Just to repeat, Danny 3 times has said, I have absolutely no idea. Proddy's come on. And his big moment at the den has been taken off him. The ball was in the back of the net. Here's the replay.
It's not much in that. Lino.
I tell you what. What's he giving here, Joe?
How is he giving a foul
so
against
they're claiming
Proddy?
that Proddy has touched the keeper.
Clarkie's in. George.
Oh, I don't know about that.
George, big chance. Cuts it back. Proddy's name up in lights. Goes back to George. This guy has a powerful shot. Proddy, can he get it out of his feet? He can't. Clear the ball. Alcott's on, Smithy.
I have to say, Proddy still looks devastated. We saw the replays of that. It didn't look a lot in it. Let us know what you think, whether that should have been a goal or whether that was harshly ruled out.
Elliot looking to go 1v1. He's gone round his man. It's fantastic play by Elliot Hackney. Can he cut it back? He does cut it back. And Ben cannot finish, the Super 6 winner on the day, making a bit of a hash of it. Theo looks to play long, and that is awful.
Yeah, I've got to say, Theo, not quite limping, but looks like he might be in a little bit of discomfort. That's definitely one to keep an eye on. Fair play.
Steve, there's a big chance down the line here.
It's a great ball from Steve the Madman once
Ben's
again.
In.
Oh, Steve the Madman once again with some lovely touches.
What you're going to start to see now is players really getting tired. Already, we're only half an hour into the game. There's a few players looking for substitutes, hands on knees. Theo looks a bit sore out there already with his hip problem, but they're still playing.
Yeah, here's Theo. It's a lovely pass, to be fair. Finds his man, Proddy. Still devastated that goal didn't stand, as did on the attack. But the danger has been cleared. Oh, bit of a strong pass that, but PK Humble picks it up and plays it to Steve-O. I've been really impressed with these two.
This is much better play by the club. Since James Alcott's come on, they just seem to have a little bit of control in there. Good touch. That's a handball, was it? Danny hasn't spotted it. Yeah, I think since James Alcott's come into the midfield, that's a fantastic ball by the Yak. Elliot Hackney brings it under control and stands up Harry, who does a really good job 1v1. And now it's getting
I tell you what, the flag is up once again. I tell you what, they're playing this back line quite well. I don't know if this is intentional or not. That's a couple of times now. They have worked that line very well. Still 2-0 up, 33 minutes on the clock. And you can see a lot of subs on the touchline. I think we're going to get a bit of movement coming up. Rory Jennings saying, let's just get Spraggy on the pitch. That's all he wants to see.
I mean, they need to gamble, don't they? Spraggy, a professional gambler, professional poker player.
See what you've done there.
Yeah, that was my attempt at a pun. James Alcott just sitting in front of the back four now, and he's just starting to dictate the game a little bit. Spencer looking for him constantly. PK Humble playing little 1-2s with him. But what you would say about pitch side is they're compact, Smithy.
They are very compact. Be interesting to see. And I know it's a cliche, but the next goal will be absolutely pivotal in this game. Interesting to see which team will score it. As pitch side is on the attack again.
Oh, is he onside?
Oh.
Looked a bit offside there, Arthur, but they're going to play on, and he's not going to give it as an offside. That liner on the far side, I have to say, dodgy.
OK, your words, not mine. Here we go. Here comes Spraggy, as Joe said, professional poker player, had a great career. Pro poker player with PokerStars, came 102 out of 743 players in the European Poker Tour in Monte Carlo. Not bad at all. Looks like Reeve.
Reeves coming back onto the pitch.
Coming back on as well.
Yeah, and who's going to take this corner then? Ryan Thomas heading across, one of the players that features behind the scenes.
I have to say, Reeve looks in unbelievable condition. Not surprising, considering he does lots of... He's banging into his fitness, Joe, doesn't he? Loads of fitness videos on his YouTube channel. And, of course, he completed his first Olympic triathlon last year. He is in fantastic shape. What a body.
All right, mate. There's a corner here then.
It's a compliment.
For pitch side. And I'm not being funny. If they make it 3 here, could we see a club comeback? I mean, Arthur's gone for some sort of weird.
I'll tell you what,
overhead
Joe, the
kick volley.
counter-attack is on here.
Big chances.
The counter-attack is on.
PK Humble moves it into the final third. PK Humble moving into the final third. Can he finish past Lewis Bowden? He's gone up the whole length of the pitch. He beats one more. Elliot Hackney
there it is!
taps it into the net.
That is the moment they've been waiting for. PK Humble to Elliot Hackney, and they are bang into this game.
Hey, Theo!
Great finish, and Lewis Bowden looks disappointed.
I was fucking there from the minute he passed the ball.
We spoke about Elliot Hackney in the build-up, Joe. We thought he could be a goal scorer in this game, and he was.
Absolutely. We can have a look at PK striding into the final third, really opening his legs. Jake, the Super 6 winner, couldn't keep up with him. Playing him onside is Reeve. Lewis in no man's land, and Elliot Hackney slots into an empty net. What you would say, Smithy, is it's actually pretty unselfish, isn't it, by PK?
Yeah, do you know what as well? It was quite a strong pass. I didn't know, it's one of them where you think he's got to score from that moment, but to finish that first time was quite impressive from Elliot Hackney. A man that we're very impressed with in the warm-up. 2-1. Very close game at the minute, I have to be said. And these substitutions of Steve-O the Madman and James Alcott really giving them just a bit of control for the club. Not quite sure what that was, Joe.
Yeah, it's game on now, isn't it? Absolutely game on. In these charity games, anything can happen. Goals go in very quickly, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a club get a second here. They've got a throw in on the far side. You mentioned Spraggy coming onto the pitch. He is now on the pitch.
Have it.
Alcott just dictating it. He's just dictating the tempo a bit. He's ushering people around.
He won't run much, he won't score much, he won't get many assists, but what he will do is keep the ball and find a teammate.
I have to say, since they've taken Tom Garrett off, they've lost a little bit of shape, lost a little bit of danger on this far side. Harry goes for the wonder ball over the top, and it's not bad. Proddy's in a good position. Can Steve-O mop it up? He can. Look at that. What, really fantastic
lovely header.
Play.
Spencer to Steve-O to Alcott. I tell you, these two in midfield really just settle them down a bit now. Nice pass from Spencer again.
Yeah, the Yak looking to rest the ball now.
Feed the Yak and he will score.
Although he did miss that chance there.
Yeah, good point.
Loads of them. Lovely, James.
Elliot Hackney.
Strong touch.
Touch wasn't quite right, and Theo's got a lot of room to work with here. He's seen Proddy in behind.
He's gone too early, definitely offside. Proddy, hold your run, son.
Proddy's in a different continent now.
I tell you what, it's a lovely little... Theo Baker picking himself into a lot of space down here on this left-hand side. And Proddy did not need to make that run. The back line had their back to goal. You don't need to make that run early. It's a lot harder for the defence to turn and get that shift of pace. Didn't need to do that, Joe.
Do you know one thing I've noticed? We've got Pitchside versus the club here. All of the club's key faces on screen, aka Buvey, Rory and McKola, none of them on the pitch. So what we are seeing really here is ringers versus
Lewis Bowden is still playing though.
Yeah, but I mean, does he count?
He's a key figure. He told us to say that.
He's on camera, but he's also off camera, isn't he?
Yeah, a bit of both.
Overhit ball there by James Alcott. Looks disappointed with himself, but he is playing with an injury. Surprised to see him out there today. He did his groin playing against Willian at the Fulham training ground, taking some free kicks with Willian and Andreas Pereira. I think looking to recreate some Brazilian goals. The first free kick he took was the attempted Ronaldinho against England. It all went wrong and he tore his groin.
It's a hard one to recreate, isn't it?
I think the club have just got a little bit of a foothold. Thogden's inverting into midfield. Pep Guardiola would be proud.
Thogden's
a decent ball, that. Steve-O the madman's inside the box. That's just awful.
Thogden now is playing like Pedro Porro. He's like an inverted fullback that's gone into centre mid. Look at him. Is he going to find himself on the score sheet?
Let's have a look at this replay. Steve-O, I mean, he's got a lot more time than he thinks, hasn't he, there? And Lewis will be very happy. Didn't take a touch and come into the box a little bit more. Just rushed it there, Steve-O. And I think that what that comes down to, Smithy, is a little bit of ring rust. Been off the pitch for a long old time.
Do you know what? His body language said it all there. He knew it. He knew that was a big chance, and it would have been a huge chance in the game as well. Still 2-1. And I believe we can go down pitch side now with Morph. Morph, what's going on down there?
Right, lads, how we feeling? We've been subbed off.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good to keep our legs. I think it's the three people who have put in a shift there. We need our legs because.
What was it? We conceded. 2-0 up, and they have to have a word with the gaffer.
So you lot coming up, you're attributing that goal that they bopped in.
100%. If we were still on the pitch, it would have been a clean sheet. But Gaffer's got his tactics. I'm going to trust him for now. But if we go 2-2, I'm writing.
What would you change if you were the gaffer?
I want Theo staying central. He wanted to take Harry off from right back. That was when I knew he was deluded because I think he's doing unreal. I thought we were going to score then.
I would, if I was gaffer, I'd probably bring me back on. You know, just something new.
Why don't you ask him?
I'm scared. He's a scary.
Wait, he's wearing boots and a shirt.
We're scared. That's criminal. Yeah. I think he might bring himself on. That is what I'm actually really scared for.
And before we end this half, what are your predictions? Do you think you've got one more goal in you?
Yeah, I think we win. What, before the half time?
Yeah,
3-1 half time.
3-1 half time.
What's them going to score?
I'm just praying for 2-1 half time. I'll take a 3-1 in at half time.
Oh, no.
Hang on.
It might be redemption now. No redemption, still 2-1. Over to Joe and Smithy in the commentator room.
Yeah, some interesting thoughts there from the substitutions. Just critiquing some of the management. Apologies if you heard any bad language there, by the way. But we're just looking back at that PK Humble. Bit of skill. He is a big technical player, isn't he? Got great techers on the ball. I think we've lost the ball, Joe.
Yeah, it does happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, should we just talk about that chance? I don't know whether we do, but a big chance that felt like for Elliot Hackney, didn't he? And I think it was selfish. He had players to pull it back to on the edge of the 6-yard box. They were not happy, decided to take Lewis Bowden on because, quite frankly, he's an appalling goalkeeper, so unsurprising, but overall, a poor decision.
Do you know what, mate? The club have actually had a lot of chances. They might count themselves quite unfortunate to be down at the halfway stage if it stays like this with a few minutes left at half-time. There are a lot of chances. That is a fantastic pass play to Proddy, who's always let the armies are pretty for the hand on Rory Jennings, I believe. And Danny Aarons has said,
He put it here, it's to the side.
Said handball. Spencer not happy with that decision.
I was right here.
Danny's saying he was right there.
Come here.
Rory smiling, he absolutely knows he handballed that. Spencer wasn't happy. Danny was right on the scene though, wasn't he? And you have to say, it's actually been a good start to the game for Danny. And yeah, it was a clear handball. Ooh. His arms were down by his side, he was quite close to him, but there was contact with the hand. Rory Bartholomew, everybody. Rory Bartholomew Jennings. Giving a big chance to Tom Garrett. Spraggy kicking the ball back to where he believes the incident took place. Almost giving a better position for Tom to get this up and down over the wall. This feels like a big chance.
Is he going to have a strike, do you think, Joe, here?
I mean, he's absolutely going to have a strike. This is a player who has hyped up his own footballing ability no end. This is a player who played Div 2 college soccer in America. Lots of people have said he's a really good player. He's constantly critiquing Premier League players.
He is. And do you know what? He's not happy with the wall there. He just shouted, "That's not 10 yards, Rev." You see Thogden in the wall there as Tom Garrett stands over the free kick. Oh, it's straight into the wall. Disappointing, that.
I mean, disappointing is one word. I would use dreadful.
I think
not
even
good
that's
enough.
being kind.
Time on the ball. They are really going long here. I mean, it's turning into a tennis match back there. That's a good touch by Rory. That's calm by Rory. Really, really calm by Rory. PK Humble just slowing the game down. James Alcott slowing the game down. This is what they were missing in that first 20 minutes. Although that's sloppy by Alcott. And now pitchside can progress the ball. It's Garrett. That's just dreadful by Tom Garrett.
Here we go, back on the attack again. Oh, was there a foul there? Play on. Danny said he's not happy with that. I think the boot's fallen off. It was that strong a challenge.
How did your
but
boot fall
they
off?
go again. Elliot Hackney on the ball. It's a good pass. They're appealing for offside, and the offside flag has been given. That was Thogden's moment, Joe. And he's just dinked it over the keeper.
It's a great finish.
It's a good finish from
I heard
Thogden.
Danny saying, "How did your boot come off?" to PK Humble. Probably because the lad trod on the back of it.
I have to say, Thog Dad, Thog Uncle Steve and Thog Dog would have been happy with that finish.
They
But
would.
there is the half-time whistle. The Lino did flag, so it means it is 2-1 at the halfway stage. You can see that some of the players, well, let's be honest, they're absolutely blowing, some of them, aren't they? And the club did have chances, didn't they, Joe?
Absolutely. Lewis has got a GoPro in his face. Flav doesn't seem too happy with his boys. Like I said, the outfit leaves a lot to be desired. PK's not happy with his performance so far. Reeve and the pitchside boys, though, definitely coming off the happiest set of players, Smithy.
I think what's going to be really interesting now, Joe, is to see what they do half-time-wise, because it was a strong start. So I can't take him seriously. It was a strong start. 2-0 up, but then they just got back into it and they missed a lot of chances. Lewis Bowden's actually done all right in goal, and it does make you think, are they going to mix up? Are they going to change formation as well, do you think?
I mean, I don't know what formation they're playing. And it feels a little bit like every play everywhere, but what you would say is that Lewis nearly scored. I'm sure we'll have a look at the replays after we've spoken to some of the players. But overall, the quality has been low, the entertainment's been high.
The entertainment's been very high, and of course, I think they're flagging a little bit. Still arguing, Joe. Even down at pitchside, there's still a lot going on down there, and I believe that Morph is down there with some of the players just to get a little bit of a half-time reaction. So Morph, down to you.
Right, you already know where I am. I am in the tunnel. It's 2-1 here at the Den. It is time for a sneaky peek at the half-time team talks. Right, we're heading to the club first to see how they're feeling. Okay, let's go.
We just got to do the simple bits, like marking from crosses and corners, all the other bits. That's how we score the goals. And if you've got the depth of the game, well done, Stan. Stan. Go on, Stan.
Are you going to give your half-time team talk?
Probably not. No.
Go on, we want the energy.
Into the goal. And the goal...
Not so gaffer over on this side.
Into the goal. It's so simple.
How many chances have we missed? One-on-one?
Look, we've had so many opportunities. Boys, we've had so many opportunities. We've created so many opportunities to go in ahead at half time. At the start, it felt like that they were overloading us. But overall, I think on the balance of play, they weren't that much better.
We've missed a load of chances there, haven't we? And we're like, I think we're playing better football, calmer football. We do a bit more of that and just be structured with it.
Let's want it. These were they're laughing their head off when you miss those chances.
Yeah,
Think about that when you're next to on goal.
Also,
I can take them.
lads, when we're sort of working down one side, again, because the pitch is so big. So first of all, at the back, just go from one side to the other. That's the first thing you do, and that make ourselves big. But if we're going down one side, whoever's got the ball, there's one with you. If you get it, if you turn in, there's so many people, there's so much space, and you get out of that whole problem. It's there for us, lads.
That is where having the wide makes a big difference.
2-1, yeah.
Because if you're wide, you come
10
in,
minutes.
you're taking the space away from the centre mids. Especially when we've got 3 in there and we've got good players in there. We need to let them have the space.
Yeah.
So it just occupying a flank is a massive job. Even if you don't get the ball, don't underestimate how important it is.
How's everybody feeling physically?
I mean,
do you want the honest answer?
No, go on.
I mean, you could have asked me this at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, mate. It's not great.
Okay, we'll have to rotate it again in the start of the second half. How's your club?
Okay. Right, let's see what pitch side is saying. Anyone got a message for pitch side before I go in there?
It's over for pitch side.
I'll let them know. I'll let them know. Right, headed to pitch side now. 2-1 up. I think the energy is going to be a bit different. Let's see what they're saying.
Be more selfish. Be more selfish. Yeah. Lewis, stand these fucking shit.
Mate, boys, go in, I promise you. Be more selfish in front of goal. Like, we're trying to like pass it in back.
Yeah, we are.
He told me he just want to
Just get it on target.
Literally said it ground hard, he just want to
Get it on target.
Get it on target.
There's so many chances in that first half as well, edge of the box, and that's when he went, ping it.
Yeah. Come on, Gaffer, give it to us.
Come on, Gaffer.
Great half. Everyone's head is up high, okay? We still a game of 2 halves, like I said. We still got the job to do. Every single one of us.
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone heads up. Let's
go! Let's get it!
Let's do right and go and beat them! Beat them! Win, just win! 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 Yeah.
Not that, Gaffer.
Come on, boys, seriously. You got it.
Right,
Pitch side's going to lift the trophy. Oh, they're leaving. Sorry.
Bye, Gaffer. Okay, right, back to Joe and Smithy in the commentary room. Oh, it's heated in there.
Thank you very much, Morph. Massive difference in morale, I would say. Pitch side, we just win. I've never heard that chant before. I'm not sure it rolls off the tongue, but big morale. It seems like there was a lot going on, Joe, whereas the club seemed a bit sort of downbeat. And they did signal, though, that they had a lot of missed chances, didn't they? I think the club will be unlucky they're 2-1 down at halfway stage.
Yeah, I mean, some missed chances, but equally we've seen potentially a horrid decision by the lino right off a goal. Perfectly good goal for pitch side. We'll be able to have a look at some of the replays in just a second. Frankly, I've enjoyed the first half.
Russ,
we can have a look at some of the replays
That's
now,
a fantastic ball. Yeah, we can have a look at the highlights of the first half. So this was the first goal. Joe, what a finish this is from Street Panna.
Yeah, absolutely. Used to doing that on the futsal fields. Obviously, one of the best players we're going to see out there today. Very technical. I have to say that the link up between him and Mo was key here, I think.
Surprising no one here with this touch on. What a finish that is into the top corner as they take a 1-0 lead. He played at a good level, Joe, to the age of 14. Ligament damage in his foot. Yeah, tidy finish and a great point with the assist as well. I think it's the touch as well that just takes him away from the defender. Keeper no chance. Top bin 1-0. And then straight down the other end.
Yeah, see, for me, this is a big chance. That is a really big chance for John, a.k.a. JCC. He won't be happy with that one. Leaning back. Actually, he might be a left footer, you know. I'm going to have to confirm that post-game, but either way, not good.
We should know that. But this was the second goal, and it was a pitch-side link-up. Tom Garrett with a wonder of a right foot. Look at that. Beckham-esque, whips it in to his good mate, Theo Baker, who glances it in with the header. And again, we said not much power needed on this. The power is all in the weight of the pass. He just glances it, Joe.
Yes, I mean, it's a fantastic header, isn't it? It's a really good
pass.
header. Great ball in by Tom Garrett. The club's line all at sea. Mitch Tucker celebrating. This is the chance for Lewis, though. Oh my word. It would have been like Allison. It would have been one of the best moments in YouTube football match history.
Look at him. I mean, he's taking another look, and actually...
Oh, what chance!
Oh, it's a big chance.
It's such a big chance, and you have to wonder if he wasn't wearing the rugby hat and if he wasn't wearing those stupid goggles, would he have been able to score?
He looks surprised himself. I think that the opposition left him because they thought there's no point marking him. He's not going to do anything. But this was another big chance, and this was... It's like Hyun-Min Son, wasn't it, last week, one-on-one. And Lewis Bowden making that save. You can see what it means to flab straight from the beach in Miami. Should he score here? Joe got to do better, surely.
I think he should sort of. I mean, Lewis trying to make himself big. He's hardly Manuel Neuer in goal, though, is he? Quite frankly, JCC has got to do better there. What I do enjoy, though, is the finger wag. No, it's like something at WWE.
It is, yeah. Spencer once again rolling the instructions as we saw all half very vocal, one of the very vocal players here. And this was another chance and another save that we thought, Joe, was world class. But then we saw the replay and thought, nah, it was pretty average.
Yeah, we we saw the replay. From the side angle, it looks great. From the middle, I mean, it's straight down the middle of the goal, isn't it? Quite frankly, he doesn't have to move. He makes a meal of it, if anything, and it's just unorthodox. Everything about the guy's unorthodox.
He actually nearly passes it into the top corner of the net. So the score still at 2-0 at this stage. But this was the controversial moment. So the linesman you can see flagging.
Lino!
Danny Aaron's agreeing with the ref that this was a foul in the build-up against Proddy, who scored the goal. Now, Proddy actually said that he was fouled. So let's have a look at it again. It's for that challenge there, which surely that's a 50-50. If anything, he's getting fouled.
Stanley is hauling him back. I mean, never in a million years is that foul against Proddy. The linesman here, and you have to say, Danny on his comms was saying, I ain't got a clue. I have not got a clue. He listened to his lino. The lino should know better.
I would be fume boat if I scored that goal and it was disallowed. Then this was the goal that got them back into it. Tidy finish this, Joe. I know it's an open goal. I know he's only 5 yards out and there's no keeper, but the pace of the ball was quite hard into him. First time, Elliot Hackney doing what he was doing in the warm-up, to be fair, and giving them a chance. And this man here needs a lot of credit for the assist because he's had a great half.
Yeah, he's really started to come into his own in the second half of the first half. I thought he actually started a little bit sloppily. A player of his ability, I'm sure he won't be happy with his own performance. But what you can see here is composure and calmness. The little fake shot moves everybody about. It's a nice finish by Elliot Hackney. And it's right back into the game, Smithy.
Yeah, I think it's been what I've loved about the game, Joe, is that we thought it was 2-0. You thought you're not going to get away. We don't want to see one team dominating. And then the club came straight back into it and actually had a lot of chances. It's very hard, actually, to predict who's going to come out on top. I fancy the club to score early doors in the second half.
Oh, fingers crossed the club do score early. The club do score early doors, and if that is going to be the case, I think Flav's going to be influential in the management position.
Oh, OK. Well, we can head back down pitch side now to see what's going on with Morph. Back to you.
Thanks, lads. Right, how are we feeling?
Tired, really exhausted. I think I've got nothing left.
That's not what the energy. That's not the energy.
If anyone's going to say you can't say that, we're totally reliant upon you. You've been immense at it.
I'm trying to do reverse psychologically on everyone.
In case they're watching.
That's what I'm doing.
Watching. I'm just going to throw it over here. He's eating a pizza. Yeah, that's the energy they're bringing. I've done them dirty there, but that's the mind games they're playing on the club. What mind games are you playing for the second half?
We're not playing any games. We're not like that. We rise above that. When they go low, we go high. So we're not impressed with what they're doing. But look, it's been tough. But with this man in our team, like you look at that first half performance, you look at the work for the goal. I think, mate, we need him to be.
PK looks sad.
See the goal that we scored.
It was a banger. It was a banger.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I'm just a bit disappointed at the moment. I feel like we should be about 8-0 up. I don't feel like they've showed us anything. Like they've got nothing about them.
And what have you got about your team?
Like we've got that bit of that je ne sais quoi. Yes.
Oshante.
Yeah, Oshante. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, what energy are you bringing to the next half?
Optimism. We're just going to hope for the best. But no, I think this half, everything's gone to plan so far, and they should know that. Everything has gone to plan. We said it's all about the second half. They're going to tire in the second half. Our manager, Flav, has been fantastic with the tactics. With this man in our team, anything is possible. So I'm feeling very confident about the second half.
Okay. Who do you need to watch out in pitch side? Who's their player that you need to take down?
Do you know what I would say here, weirdly? Like, Baker is obviously an icon of the YouTube game.
Ooh, that's a big statement.
No, he is, though, isn't he? But Reeves sensational and a man can run forever. But do you know who it is? Like, Garrett, outrageous footballer. It's their keeper. He's a ringer. He's a ringer. He's been amazing.
They gave it the big one. They said he was the worst goalkeeper. But you know what? He's been saving it left, right, center. Right, lads, I'm going to let you get on with it, and I'll see you. Good luck. Right, we got pitch side. Bring your pizza slice on. You are my man of the first half, and you're knocking back a pizza. Yeah.
No way. There's no way in hell. Yeah, Lewis Bowden, mate. Look,
I'm trying to get through it. You know, I feel like my strengths lie in goal hanging, and that's all I can do today. But hey, the defence, you and Casey Barker, wow.
Well, we conceded, and Lewis beforehand said that we're coming for a clean sheet, so I've let him down already. It's nice. What's that?
I feel like pitch side's a unit. From the team talks, there was high energy. You can hear it from here. Do you think that's what's like the difference between the two clubs?
I think we run on passion, and they run on, what did he say? Je ne sais
quoi. They were listening.
We're mentality monsters.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what we are. You know, they don't quite do it like us at pitch side. We're slightly different compared to everyone else, in more ways than you would imagine. But hey, look, it's 2-1. All we got to do is shoot, and I feel like we'll score.
How many more goals do you reckon pitch side have got? Because I'm hoping the record for the Den is 13 goals.
Yeah, I reckon
do you reckon you could break that?
I reckon you see at least 8 goals this half. I think as people start tiring.
We're trying to like pass it in the net, me included.
We just got to shoot. I love that. I was like, I just got to shoot.
And also, hopefully, PK Humble decides to just quit.
I think he's getting a bit tired, isn't he? I feel like this is mind games. Right, lads, it's been a pleasure. Your lineup's over there. Okay. I'll let you do your thing. Good luck. Right, that's it from the squads. Over to Joe and Smithy in the commentary room for the second half.
Thanks very much, Morph. Loving that. Lovely to get the insight. A man we didn't speak a lot about, Joe, is Rory Jennings, who, as you quite rightly alluded to, he's very vocal about other players' performance and managers. What have you made of his performance?
Pretty disappointing, mate. For a man who took to social media yesterday to post a photo of Kai Havertz crying with the caption, "Unlucky, unlucky." I've been very disappointed with his output today. If I could give anything right now, it would be of Kai Havertz to post a photo of Rory Jennings in tears, because quite frankly his performance has been subpar.
That would be amazing if Kai Havertz was watching and critiquing Rory's game today. I would love to see that. The players are out for the second half. That man had a great first half, didn't he? Street Planner on the scoreline, as did that man, Theo Baker, also on the score sheet. Not sure what that noise was that we just heard there. Apologies about that. Great timing. Proddy's on his phone. He can't be bothered. Fair enough. God, second half. Come on, lads, get up for it.
Okay, Danny Aaron's just waiting for kick-off here. It will be the club to kick off. Elliot Hackney looking to get his side back into the game after that disappointing first half where nothing seemed to go right for the club other than that late goal. Few changes by the looks of it, but James Alcott remains on the field. He remains in midfield with PK Humble despite that groin injury. Bowden there setting up a GoPro, because if it didn't get filmed, did it happen, Smithy?
Yeah, that's a very good point. That is what they say. We've got to say, a lot's been made of Lewis Bowden in goal pre-match, his lack of ability, I should say, but he hasn't put a foot wrong, Joe. It's got to be said. So here we go with the second half, the pitch side versus the club. 2-1 at the halfway stage as we get the second half underway in the sunshine here at the Den. Hope you're all enjoying this live stream. Epic games so far. And could this be our first chance of the second half? Lovely step over, shot from distance. Oh, save from the keeper.
Yeah, Theo Baker was following in, wasn't he? But no luck. What you would say is he's trotting rather gingerly back. James Alcott takes the ball in the half turn, and that's the difference we've seen so far since he's been on the pitch. A player who can take the ball on the half turn and can play very quickly, because quite frankly the first 20 minutes without him on the pitch was a bit of a mess back there. Yak in the midfield looking to move the ball on to Rory Jennings, who surprisingly, he is diminutive, but he does have a bit about him. I say that as he gives the ball away in awful fashion.
Yeah, you've definitely noticed the pace of the game slowed a little bit, Joe, from the first half. As that Rory kicking the ball in Thogden's head, I believe. But it's a bit of a slower start, a bit of a scrappy start to this second half. But it looks like it could be our first chance as the ball is played across. Big chance for a goal. Oh! What's happened there, Joe?
Whoa, that was nearly like Maicon, a reverse Maicon, left peg Maicon, JCC whipping it in. I don't think Lewis quite knew where the ball was going. People's Pundit there looking on in his England shirt underneath a suit. We can see a replay. It just wouldn't fall for JCC. Bounced over his head, but he did manage to recover himself well, get a shot off, and Lewis just about dealt with it.
Just about being the key word in that sentence. Long ball forward. Tell you what, Joe, he could be in here. Tom Garrett. Theo Baker's one-on-one. Is he going to score? Oh, I think he's limping. Oh, I think this is a bad moment for Theo. I think he pulled up just before the strike. He doesn't look well there. I think he's pulled his groin. There's something going on there. It's a great pass. So Theo one-on-one just before he struck the ball. You just notice a bit of discomfort in his leg. Look, here's the replay. He just slows down there.
Van Dijk made this.
Incredibly, he still managed to get the shots away. Why aren't you speaking, Joe?
That was like something out of FC 24. I'm not laughing at Theo.
Harsh.
That was just a comedy moment, but it does seem like he's hurt. Maybe his hamstring. I don't think it was his hip, though. Thankfully, it wasn't his hip.
Which is good.
Seems like he might have just tweaked a hamstring or something.
The facials, and incredibly, the defence, neither the defender or the keeper got there before. He couldn't walk, and he still managed to make contact with the ball. I have a feeling, unfortunately, that might be Theo's afternoon over. And I think I might have to do a bit of filling here, because Joe is just in hysterics next to me. Joe.
No, I'm not laughing at Theo. Can we just make that clear? It's just a very funny moment, wasn't it? But either way, the club escape with another lifeline. The club escape with another lifeline, don't they? Because that was a big chance for pitch side.
Here goes Alcott on the ball. Oh, not the best turn that from Alcott, into trouble. Just managed to redeem himself. A lot of time now here with pitch side. Got to go wide, surely switch it. Well done, that's the ball that we're after. Are they through there, putting it for offside? Not given. Chance. Oh!
Yeah, James Alcott there gave the ball away in mysterious circumstances and then started touching his groin as if he was injured. We've all been there, James. You know, when something goes wrong, pull the injury card. You can expect him to be subbed off within the next 5 minutes.
Do you know what? That's a lovely strike from Garrett, actually. Cuts it back, as you can see here. Does Stogden. Sends Stogden for an early bath and then just whips it past the post. Looks like he's got a little bit of a tan from this weather as well. No sign of this beautiful sunshine in... What part of London are we in? South London. Diminishing, which is great to see. Hope you're all enjoying this on the live stream. Epic game so far.
Give it again. Come here.
It'll be interesting to see who gets this next goal, as Joe and I are just filling once again when nothing's happening, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not sure how normal commentators do their job so well here. Rory, that's some nice feet into James Alcott, who of course has launched JLAFC. Make sure you're following that on your Twitter accounts.
Did he tell you to say that?
He didn't say that. Didn't tell me, actually, but I will be requesting some sort of kickback fee.
Oh, I tell you what, the lino's flagged there, which I'm not... For a free kick. So free kick for the club, they're giving it that way. And he's saying that there was a pull there. So either way, it is... Here we go. Here's the... Yeah, OK, there's...
Bit of an arm bar.
Yeah, a bit of an arm hold on PK Humble there. JMX not happy with that, but it is a free kick to the club. Got to go down the line, surely. It's a nice ball. Rory Jennings. Oh, hello, Rory. Got to pass it. Oh, Rory. What would Rory Jennings say about that Rory Jennings performance?
Yeah, he wouldn't be happy, would he? He would be absolutely berating him. Although I thought he was a bit unfortunate. I think he actually took the right option there to try and cut it back. But it was just good defending. When PK Humble sat on the edge of the box, you've got to try and take advantage of it. The club are just building a bit of pressure, a little bit of momentum starting to build. Elliot Hackney turns his man, whips a dangerous ball across the box, and that is absolutely superb defending.
Yeah, JMX, brilliant there. Just got his body in front of the line there. Fantastic highlights in his Barnet, by the way, as well, I must say.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Look at that, does well. Seen that in the Premier League, Joe, when defenders make challenges like that, they score them. It's like a goal, they say, don't they? If he hadn't been there, you'd think the ball would end up in the back of the net. Either way, it is a corner to the club. Buvey. What? Nice pass that from Tom Garrett.
Here goes Proddy. Proddy's played him in. He is onside. Big chances here. Ellis Platten, oh, he's rushed it. Absolutely rushed it.
Yeah, snapped to that, didn't he? He knows he could have done better, thumping his hand onto the floor as Stogden gets the ball. Oh! Tidy from Stogden, to be fair. He's moved into that left-back position. He was right back in the first half, just mixing it up a bit. Adam McKola warming up on the touchline. Looks like he's going to be the next person substituted by Flav.
Oh, PK, can he slip him in here? Good body position by PK. Oh, hello, look at this. Tricks are coming out now. He's got Rory out wide. Rory will be able to get to this ball. Can he whip a dangerous ball into the box? He's got lots of options. It's Thogden up from left back.
Oh, Thogden is furious. Thogden is claiming it's a handball.
He's back.
Look at Thogden. He is giving it some. His face is a picture.
Claiming handball.
Look at that. He is claiming for that handball. He's very animated.
Hit his back. Hit his back.
He's about as animated as we see him when a goal goes in on one of his vlogs. He's not happy there, is he? He's still talking. No penalty.
Let's have a look at the replay then. I think it hits him on the back. Definitely hits him on the back.
Thogden,
What
come on,
is he appealing for there? Thogdad would not be happy with that one.
Neither would Thog Uncle Steve.
Spencer equally unhappy with his team at the moment, ushering them up the pitch, trying to galvanise them because with just 40 or so minutes left on the clock, the club are still losing this game, to many people's shock.
Just keep this is what they need to just keep the ball. Don't need to go long, don't need the Hollywood pass, just keep the ball. And they haven't kept the ball. And Tom Garrett's through. Big chance, surely this is going to be it. What a strike that is! What a goal that is. Tom Garrett rifles it into the roof of the net. He is having some afternoon. As our pitch side, it's 3-1.
What a celebration, pointing to his own podcast name on the advertising hoardings. You have to say, though, it was sloppy again by the club at the back, wasn't it? Interplay between Stanley and Spencer, not right at all. Spencer overcommits. Good touch by Tom over the top of Spencer. And the finish is neat, outside the right peg.
That is a stunning finish there. Spencer, look, he just hesitated for that split second. Could have gone down here as well, bit of contact. But he just glances it into the top corner. That is some finish of the day. And the club have it all to do now as they find themselves 3-1 down.
PK carrying the ball though into the final third, and an early ball in by JCC, who struggled a little bit to get into the game. That almost comes against the run of play though, doesn't it? It comes against the run of play a little bit. The club were just starting to build a bit of pressure, and they'll be so disappointed to have released it like that.
Yeah, we spoke about it at half-time, didn't we? The amount of chances that the club had in the first half, and they missed it, but that is a top ball in, but it's well cleared. So many chances the club had in the first half, but now they've started very disappointingly, and they're giving pitchside a lot of room. And I tell you what, Proddy's through on goal here. Oh, Joe, what's he done there?
Proddy, all that marathon training, he ran without a ball. Gone straight over the top of it. That was a big chance. A lovely through ball again by Tom Garrett, who's just starting to dictate the play. And then he gives it away in terrible fashion to Rory Jennings.
Yeah, do you know what? Tom Garrett's really starting to move the ball out nicely. And I think the club starting the second half, Joe, very much like they started the first half. Can't get near the ball, not getting the foot on the ball or doing any of the simple things. I think they need to bring on some substitutions. And they've got to get hold of the ball in the middle of the park. We saw them start not great in the first half. They brought on Steve the Madman, they brought on James Alcott, and those two alongside PK Humble, just keeping the ball well. I think they need to do something similar in this second half because they're just having these hit and hopes, and it's giving it straight back to pitch side, and they're so open at the back. Look.
I'm listening to the line.
Apologies for any bad language you might have heard there, but the club looked to take it quickly. It didn't seem like it was from the same spot it was originally taken from. Rory Jennings drifting inside, plays a lovely through ball. Here's Thogden, he's got early. Oh my word.
It was there for him.
I think Lewis was in a different time zone there, wasn't he? He let it run past the post. I don't think he knew his angles at all.
Is this Thogden's game? We'll look at this again. Rory and Thogden had very different opinions. They've had heated battles in YouTube over the day, but it's a little toe poke from the Bolton fan.
It's sloppy, that, Smithy. It's lazy by Thogden. Room to run into, two players outside him, and a toe poke from 20 yards. Disappointing.
Toe poking a finish. It's not something we see often. We're not a fan of it. As he looks into the skies thinking, can this weekend get any worse for me? His beloved Bolton beaten at Wembley. He's missed the one-on-one, and his team are currently losing. And there he is, Flav.
I mean, what product's Flav got in his hair? It's looking remarkable.
What products has he not got in his hair? Let us know who you think looks more unique, Flav or Bowden.
Only one answer there. Either way, the club are just starting to get a little bit annoyed. Time-wasting shouts towards Lewis. I think the simple fact is there's no ball boys there, lads. So you're having to collect your own ball. Buvey collects this ball and sweeps up really...
Oh, he's kept it in.
He's kept it in. Street Panner goes through, bursts through. Garrett's in again. He leads back.
Tom Garrett. He knows as well. Just too much run. It don't need that much power. Just glance it. We have another look at this. Buvey thinking he's got a lot more time than he had. It's a nice header. And then here he's appealing for the ball to be out. It's nowhere near out, to be fair. It's a lovely pass, and Garrett... Oh, he takes the touch and just leans back. Keeper planted.
Yeah, that's lazy, mate. I mean, it's lazy again by Garrett, isn't it? A player of his quality, you'd be expecting a little bit more from him. Substitutions being made now then. Off comes Mo. On comes Arthur. Big last half an hour now for pitchside. Can they defend a 3-1 lead? If they throw it away from this position, you have to think that YouTube bragging rights, they'll never live it down, Smiths.
No, they won't. These are two of the GOATs in the football podcasting world. We've seen regular battles between them. This is one they've been talking up for weeks since this game was announced. One thing is for certain, they won't want to be on the losing end as the ball is whipped in. Oh, I think Rory's missed it. Tom Garrett getting a lot of this ball in the second half. It's a lovely pass. Buvey, once again, clearing the danger. Very happy day for Buvey, wasn't it? With his beloved Man City winning the Premier League, Joe, which I think was lucky for Buvey, given the messages he was posting prior to that.
Absolutely. Now the club are looking to fly forward a little bit, aren't they? JCC tries to play it into PK Humble, but what they haven't been able to do is get PK Humble in the game. He's currently playing left wing, and there's just a chasm through the midfield. What a pass! Tom Garrett through one-on-one. Surely there's only one answer here, and he does finish it. Lino is the shout, Smith.
I tell you what a pass that was from Harry. And what I love about Tom Garrett, he's so composed. We saw him miss one earlier, but that didn't faze him. So composed. He didn't go for the early strike. He just caressed it into the bottom corner. And it has been Tom Garrett's day. Look at this brilliant pass from Harry. Tom Garrett, one-on-one with the keeper. You think he shoots there? No, he won't. He just caresses it, takes it past the keeper into the back of the net. Bosh, see you later, 4-1.
That's enough.
Spencer furious out there with the officiating. He believes Tom Garrett was offside. I think he looked quite a long way onside.
Joe, what has happened to the club? We've heard from them at half-time.
It's infighting, it's pathetic, it's not good enough on any level.
They had all the chances in the first half, unlucky to go in 2-1 down, many people were saying, but they haven't been in this game second half at all. And suddenly they find themselves 4-1 down. And what's incredible is it's all come through Tom Garrett, and they're giving him so much time.
But look at this press by pitchside. This is like watching Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool 2018. Proddy's running around with marathon legs out there. Honestly, I think it's a good effort. There's a lot of fitness in this pitchside team. You've got half marathon runners, you've got marathon runners, you've got Ironman contestants.
OK, what's next? He's waiting for you to go even further to that, yeah. It's a nice pass from Spencer. But the lino has flagged. Spraggy
wants off.
He wants off. He's had enough. He's absolutely blowing.
Not sure about that little ponytail. Has anybody ever seen a fringe tail?
He looks very unfit, doesn't he? He's given it his best, though, so fair play to him. But there's so much space. The club need to bring players on to just sit in front of this back line and protect them, because pitchside are getting so much of the ball. And, of course, they need another goal to get back into this, and they need it soon.
It's better by PK Humble, though, but you can see Street Panner fit out there and able to keep up with him. Rory, it's a good one too, accidentally off of... He's onside, is he? Oh, my word. Anyway. Thogden's weekend goes from bad to comical.
What's going to happen to Thogden tomorrow? Hopefully nothing, but I'm just saying he's not having a good weekend. Luckily for him, that's one of them. When you miss a sitter like that, you glance at the lino and want the flag to go up to save the embarrassment. Thogden will know that he needs to do better from that position. JJ Okocha would have been gutted with that finish.
Tom Garrett's in. Could he make it a hat-trick? It would be a big moment. Buvey just manages to get a little flick on it, and Adam McKola comes across to cover, and he's actually done really well in this left-back position, but then he's giving the ball away as he... What are they doing, playing around with it at the back? The club's heads have gone.
Yeah, they have. It's been a very disappointing second half. This fans of the club would have been watching the first half thinking they've got more than enough to get back into it. But the shape is quite bizarre from the club here, putting a lot of men back, getting caught on the counter-attack a lot, and they badly need this extra goal.
I think we've got some players down pitch side with Morph as well. Let's hear from them.
Right, it's 4-1. You've just come off. Yeah. Happy with your performance?
Not really. I had a chance on the edge of the box. Wasn't quite sure whether to shoot or cross, so I ended up doing neither.
Why? Why was that?
I had a sighted goal, but Elliot Hackney back post, and then caught in two minds, neither of which were my own.
Do you think the club has it in them to bring it back and take the win?
I think we did coming into the second half. I think we'd have been favourites, but it's been poor. Conceded 2 goals. Thought one was offside, but television doesn't lie. Apparently it's played on, so one way back in the game now, sadly.
So do you agree or disagree with Danny Aarons' decision? Because obviously this is his first time reffing, so it's a little bit iffy.
I think Danny Aarons has had a fantastic game. I think he did at one point try to measure yardage for the 10 yards from a free kick with his feet, 1 by 1. So perhaps he thinks his feet are a yard long, but other than that, I think it's been excellent. And apparently this, onside, goal stands, 4-1.
I'm hearing more breath to my right. How are you feeling?
Not ideal. I tell you what I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. It's genuine as well.
Genuine, not fake. We haven't put this on.
Do you know what I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy?
Go on.
Facing Tom Garrett one-on-one. He's a lovely footballer. He's so good on the ball. Times have run well.
What makes him a good baller? Because there was a lot of chat pre-match, PK versus Garrett. That was the ones to watch out for. What is it about his style of play?
Do you know what? I think that summary is perfect. I think they are the two jewels in the crown of this game. PK's been amazing for us, like elite foot on our team. And Garrett, he's just so much better than me. He did this thing to me, right? You wouldn't believe the skill that he did.
This is like a therapy session.
I know, for me, yeah, you're my Dr. Melfi, right? He's the goalkeeper's about to take the goal kick and I'm keeping an eye on him. He's like dummy to run behind me. I'm running around looking for the ball. He hasn't even kicked the ball.
So mind game it's those mind games which I'm sure we'll be getting more of in the second half. Right, Joe and Smithy, over to you.
Thanks very much, Morph. Yeah, Rory does look like he's blowing, doesn't he? I think he's saying he's sweating as well, by the sounds of it. But they need something, don't they? Still 4-1 to pitch side in the second half. A lot of people critiquing Danny Aarons some of these decisions, but overall, Joe, how would you say his game's been?
I think Danny Aarons has been absolutely fine, quite frankly, although that did crack me up, Spraggy, talking about his 1 yard long feet. Overall, though, you can have no real excuses if you're a club player. They've just, quite frankly, been the worst side.
What is that? What on earth was that? And why are people clapping Proddy for that? I mean, he's got all the time in the world, and he's just shanked it into the upper tier.
Yeah, not really very good, is it? Not very, very good at all. But then overall, the standard in the game has been mediocre to poor, as you can expect. He's won one there, though, Proddy, hasn't he? Club really need to score, I would say, in the next 5 minutes or so to try and get back into this game. Pitch side progressing the ball up the pitch. There goes Reeve. Surely he's not getting to that, and that's just an overhit pass if you're Reeve, isn't it? Hoofed up the field by Stanley. Some would call it a long ball, I would call it a wallop. Elliot Hackney in behind. He's not happy again, Elliot Hackney with the lino. Danny Aarons never even blew his whistle. Play to the whistle, it's rule number 1 in football. Now Miles is progressing the ball up the pitch, and that's just dreadful. I mean, look at the amount of bodies they've committed up, Smithy. It's a 3-on-3. Proddy goes past Buvey.
Is that a nutmeg on Buvey?
Oh, Buvey!
He's like Bernardo Silva.
Is he? Look at that.
No, he's not.
I would not say he's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Bronze at best. I mean, now what we're seeing... Thanks,
well done.
Now what we're seeing is players tired, legs have gone,
Bronze.
heads have gone, and people are just shooting from range.
Yeah, do you know what? The quality of the game has dipped in the last 5 minutes, and we must reiterate, we've only got one ball, so please stop booting it into the upper tier of the den, because it means Joe and I have to fill for awfully long periods of time while they get the only ball that we've got. And it looks like there's a goalkeeping change here, Joe. Can't quite see from my gantry, but I think that's Spraggy going in goal, is it?
It is. I mean,
it is.
Cover up the nipples, please, gentlemen. Spraggy going in net. I have played with Stanley outfield, and he is actually quite useful. So if they can get him on the field, they're probably thinking we stand a chance here.
Yeah, it's quite a long change, this, isn't it? They've only got the shirts on so far. So Spraggy is going in net. Not quite sure what's gone on with the Barnet there either. Looks all over the gaff. But fair play to him. He's giving it a go in sticks. We'll see what he's got in the locker. Referee is just stopping play. I think the club want to make a few more changes. James Alcott's got his trousers on the touchline, which would suggest potentially his afternoon is over from a playing perspective. He is now very adamant on the touchline with Flav.
Good advantage, Danny. Good advantage.
Good advantage. Good mates, James and Flav, aren't they, Joe? Although
absolutely, PK could be in here. Smithy, he's running in behind. He's got pace.
Gas.
He goes across Reeve. It's the professional thing to do.
What
a save by Lewis!
Bowden, it is his town, and you're not welcome. Nothing is getting past the shot stopper. Is he Allison in disguise after all?
PK, though, still momentum with the club. Elliott looks to set it back to the Yak. Take a touch, surely!
Joe, we need to talk about Lewis in sticks. Everyone is saying he looks like a donut in goal, but fair play to him every time he's been called upon. He's making save after save, but should that be buried in the first place?
Another WWE-style wave-off as well for PK Humble. He gets the no, not in my town. And again, they just can't take advantage of it, the club. So many times they've had big opportunities, they've been through one-on-one, but they haven't scored.
Yeah, and also we've got to give our Player of the Match award towards the end of the game, so there's still plenty of time. There is an obvious name already we're thinking about, but is Bowden one of the names that we consider, which I never thought would come out of my mouth an hour ago.
Roddy, can he play the ball? Another pitch-side counter-attack. This is really good play. Arthur sprays the ball. He had time.
Take a touch.
He had time. Take a touch. He's offside anyway. Doesn't make a difference. That one tickled.
Look at Buvey. Chilled vibe from Buvey in the sunshine. Hardly moving. I would love to see distance covered from Buvey today. Do we have those stats available?
Absolutely not. Buvey's not moved out of a phone box size area of the pitch today. He came into the game blaming the half marathon. I think it might just be him.
What world are we living in, lads?
Embarrassing performance again by the club today. PK's got to get on the ball a little bit more, have to say. PK and Steve-O hasn't got enough minutes in this second half, it feels like. Look at, wow, have it. Jeez, Harry, have it.
Do you know what? It's a big difference you see in that. When they had Steve-O, PK Humble and James Alcott in that middle, they were dictating play. They've hardly had anything in the middle now. There's a massive difference at the club not having Steve-O and James Alcott in there just to calm it down. They look like they're sort of running out of ideas as Danny Aaron waves play on.
Danny Aaron's potentially the first referee with a mullet out there and a full sleeve. Obviously, the glow-up is real for the guy at the moment. I do wonder, though, if Tennessee's watching this at home, is she thinking that's good? Oh, my God! Oh, my
what
God!
A touch! Oh! What have we just seen there?
Earth? That was a glitch, wasn't it? Surely.
Wow, that was like prime Dimitar Berbatov. What a touch! I can't believe that touch, Joe.
We're going to have to see a replay of that. Absolutely unbelievable. Long looping ball. Probably brings it under control like Berbatov. Comes inside Spencer like he's not there. And outside of the foot finish. And it's a good save by Spraggy.
He does the hard bit. Surely the easy bit is just popping it into the back of the net. It was a good tackle. But what a touch that was.
Not a great free kick by Tom Garrett. He's put himself and his team under a little bit of pressure because Miles is going to spray the ball out to Thogden, who's had a bit of a stinking weekend so far, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
Do you know what? He's got himself in some decent areas, Thogden, but it's just a as you say, not been his days so far. And they're just resorting to this route one. It's just not the way they're going to get back into the game. Just these hopeful passes, strong challenge that. But Danny Aarons waves play on as he has done for many occasions in this game. He does let things fly. There's another chance, and there is the goal! Big moment in the game. 72 minutes on the clock. PK Humble gets a goal back. And Joe, it's a very tidy finish indeed.
Absolutely. I'm not sure who played that ball through. We're going to get a little replay. But whoever it was Miles, you know. Great ball inside by JCC. Miles spots the run from PK. It's a really good ball. Pace. And Lewis is just in no man's land running out there. It's a really accomplished finish. And they could be back in this game with 20 minutes to go. Plenty can happen.
Lewis humbled. Look at that. Grabs the ball. They know there's more that they can deliver. And they've got time to deliver it as well.
I think a little bit of thought there. That's a fantastic commentary line. PK humbled, mate. I mean, it's so good, bud.
GK humbled.
Really good. He's getting better. What you're seeing now is the club with a bit of confidence. It's another long ball. And PK's in again. Can he bring it under? He's not got that proddy touch. Oh, and Thogden just can't slip him in. But if that was proddy on the end of it, you never know.
Yeah, it seems to have been phases of playing in this game where it sort of ebbed and flowed. Pitch side definitely had the better of this second half, but that goal just makes it exciting going into the last period of the game. Oh, not happy with that tackle.
That's nothing.
Could hear that from up here, Joe.
Danny
Steve-O, the madman, not happy with that.
Danny going, that's nothing, that's nothing. I think he thinks he's sparring again. That's a good ball, though, by Spraggy. It's a brave ball, but it's a good ball. And now the club really are route wanting it up towards PK. It's hit, it's hope, but it is paying off. Can they find another ball? JCC over the top. PK Humble can't get those lengthy strides of JMX doing the job.
OK, we can head down once again to Morph, who's with some of the players. Morph, over to you.
Tom Garrett, my man of the match.
You're joking.
I've said it. Even they were talking about you on the other side. Yeah. You're not taking that title?
No, I think PK's been the best player. I'll take second.
We got a humble one.
PK humble one?
Yeah, literally. We got a PK humble one. Do you think the club are going to have a comeback, or are you solid?
If they stop crying, yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay, fighting talk.
Well, they've just been crying all game, moaning about every decision, but they've got a pen now, so they're probably not thinking.
Is it redemption time?
Let's hope not, though. Don't say it like that.
I'm neutral in this game, but my man of the match. Predictions for full time.
On a real, that's a penalty. On a real.
Well, this will make it, I reckon, 5-3. We'll nick a late one just to secure it. I hope.
If you lot secure the win, do you think there'd be like a rematch?
I don't know if we should give one, to be honest. What do you reckon?
Or would you take on another podcast?
Yeah, I think that's the way.
Go on. What podcast would you take on?
Filthy Fellas, we'll take them.
They're coming for you, Right, Joe and Smithy, over to you.
Yeah, big moment in the game, isn't it? Penalty awarded. Danny Aarons is saying, not joking, that's definitely a penalty. Joe and I saw it, and we're unsure. And Joe, it's Thogden who's stepping up. We spoke about his weekend. Bolton losers at Wembley in the playoff final that he was there. He was in tears there. Surely he's not going to be in tears once again as he steps up for the pen. What a penalty that is! Thogdad would be happy. Fantastic strike. And Thogden's got his team back in it.
Thogden with the ball under the shirt there. Does that mean? I think it means, who knows? We're not too sure. Either way, it is now 4-3 and the game is back on. 15 minutes left to run. The club has scored 2 in the last 5 minutes. It's a great penalty by Thogden. Lewis Bowden is in no man's land. And you have to say the long ball tactic is starting to pay off a bit.
I have to say, Joe, credit where it's due. That is a fantastic penalty. Not only did he give him the eyes, but bottom corner, fantastic strike from Thogden. And fair play for stepping up as well in a big moment of the game. And it's 4-3 with 15 minutes to play. Exciting.
Yeah, Danny feels like he's struggling to keep up with play now a little bit. I have to say he's been doing a lot of training for his boxing match, but not football fitness, is it? And now the club are really starting to tick. Joe Smith coming onto the pitch has made a bit of a difference, but that's a poor ball into the midfield. They just need somebody to stick their foot on the ball and find PK Humble. If they can get the ball to PK and Elliott, there's chances.
Lovely header from Reeve there.
That's a good ball by JCC. PK also a little bit hopeful. But it's causing chaos, Smiths. The long ball is causing chaos in the pitch side backline.
Yeah, not a lot of ball on the deck from either team. That's a nice touch from Adam McKola there. Oh, sloppy pass though. And it's Proddy once again. Seen a lot of the ball. Another strong challenge from Adam McKola, making up for that early error. That is a fantastic challenge, it has to be said. And we get into the exciting time of the match. Proddy does not want to come off, but you are coming off, son. Sorry about that. As Tom Garrett comes on, surely you've got to give Garrett all the minutes now of the clock. You have to keep Garrett on. You have to keep the likes of PK Humble on, Steve-O the Madman. These ballers need to stay on the pitch if either team is going to be victorious. Spraggy with... Oh, Elliott Hackney! What a pass that was.
Tom Garrett back onto the pitch, and it looks like he's just going to drop into almost a midfield role, try and progress from there. Does pick the ball up again, and what you're seeing from him is a little bit of game management here, just coming inside, moving it nicely. Some would call it time wasting, others would call it smart play. McKola loves a tackle, doesn't he?
Adam McKola, that is 3 strong challenges we've seen from him, and he absolutely loves it. You can hear him shout yes from up here. Proddy's straight on his phone again.
I know he has just come off a retreat where you lock your phones away and you don't get to see him for 3 days, so potentially he's still catching up with his updates, but I doubt it. PK can progress the ball now, though. He's strong when he drives through these midfield areas, PK. And that's where you see the real quality. Sprays the ball out to Elliott Hackney, who's going to go round Reeve. Will he win another penalty? Stays on his feet this time, cuts it back to Thogden, and what a tackle!
Big challenge, Danny Aaron's waving, no foul. As the lino signals for a throw, and that was a big chance for the club. Lovely link-up play. PK Humble involved, that man there, Elliott Hackney involved. And I feel like those two are going to be key if the club are going to get back into it. Oh, we've got a bit of cramp, Joe. To be fair, you do see this, 80 minutes on the clock nearly. And the gaffer's warming up. Look at that attire, by the way. Very stretchy, though. I can't do that.
This is sloppy at the back by pitch side. They're going to weasel the way out of it, just about. Spencer's going to try and hook it back in. He's going to do a good job. James Alcott ushering his team and his troops forward alongside Flav because they've got 10 minutes to get back into this game. And here's a chance for JCC from Ray!
Oh!
I heard it. It wasn't enough.
Yeah, Danny Aaron's being very vocal.
Yeah. Tom,
had an unbelievable few years, hasn't he? Got into starting content creation, said he wanted to help his dad retire. In June 2023, he achieved just that. And his mum and dad are here today supporting the big Spurs fan is Danny Aaron's. And I think he's done an all right job so far, Joe.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. He's not had too much to do. I'm not convinced about that penalty call. I'm not going to lie, it looks soft. It looked like Elliott was looking for it.
Edgar Davids with the goggles here.
Pitch side are panicking back there. PK's in. Inside the box is a massive chance. He goes left, he goes right. But it's great defending by JMX, isn't it, Smith?
Yeah, JMX, great defending, great Barnett. He's got it all. And that could be a big moment in the game. And for a player of PK Humble's ability, playing in the 7th tier with #United ever present for Spencer's team, you'd expected him to do more there. He's had a good game, but I think, judging by the body language there, he looks disappointed as we see Proddy with the jacket on. And now he's taken over the management reins.
People's pundits coming on the pitch, Smith. So I can't believe what I'm seeing. He's going to come on the pitch with suit trousers. Elliott Hackney whips the corner in. It's not a good corner, though.
Once again, I said it all in the first half, Joe. Elliott Hackney, he's a goal scorer for their team. He shouldn't be on corners. He needs to be in the box. It's like, it reminds me when England had Harry Kane on corners. You need your goal scorers in the box. It's another disappointing corner for a fantastic player that he is. And this time he goes short.
He's done well there, PK, and that's a much better ball in the box. Second balls. Can he get there?
Oh, 50-50.
Spencer's done really well. A man of his age has gone round the outside, managed to find out Adam McKola's feet. That's a bit ugly. JMX has just about hacked it clear. Spencer's had a really good game, I think.
Spencer's been solid, mate. He's not tried to do too much. He's not tried to overplay it. He's been fairly solid at the back. He's kept the ball well.
This is good football, and now Spencer has the opportunity to deliver. He's got PK Humble at the back post, but it's a big block by Casey Barker.
Yeah, looks like we've got a few more substitutions. This is the period of the game in any match where the players are just gagging to get on. They don't care who they come on for, where they play. They just want to be that selfish match winner. I've been there and I've experienced exactly that. And you can see a plethora of players on the subs bench wanting to come on and score that all-important goal. And the club just having a lot of the ball at the minute. Pitch side be good to just keep the ball.
Great play by Ian Thomas there. Moves the ball across the pitch, lovely. Arthur, I can't believe he's turned back there. But Harry, who has been excellent in this right-back slot and ever-present, wastes it.
Yeah, you can see what he was trying to do. He saw Tom Garrett, the danger man, on the left-hand side. Had a similar assist earlier, didn't he? So I think he looked at the space, saw it was there, but just overcooked it. So it stays 4-3. With under 10 minutes to go. Joe, I'm calling it now. There's going to be more goals in this game. I guarantee you this won't finish 4-3.
Fingers crossed. Is Jake our Super 6 winner? Surely he can't. He tries
and you're right,
but
he can't.
This is a bit weak. Spraggy's able to take it under control instead of saving.
Spraggy.
He's going to absolutely pump one long. And this is a tactic that's kind of been working for the club. This long ball football with PK Humble up front. Has almost had an effect. Good touch by Tom Garrett. A ball speared into him. He turns lovely. Can he switch the play? That's
what
just
a
great
pass
play.
that is. What pass that is. It's down to Harry. I tell you what, there's a chance here. Strike, and it is wide. Once again, though, Tom Garrett pulling the strings. They just have to keep him on if they want to win this, which of course they do. Huge bragging rights for whoever wins this. And the gaffer's coming on, Joe. Look at this, in trousers it looks like.
What
and goggles.
Here from the People's Pundit. I mean, Pappy John on his back. I don't know what's occurring. Where's he playing? There's 12 players on the pitch at the moment. Somebody's going to have to come off here. He doesn't know where he's playing. The gaffer. Make the decision yourself. Danny Aarons
must know where he's playing. He's the manager. Come on.
Danny Aarons looks pretty shocked. And he's reffing.
He hasn't moved much, Danny Aarons, has he? Like, it's worked for him, but he's just chilling in the centre circle, just ambling about. Very chilled. He's got control, not letting anyone make him change his opinion. Just getting on with it. I like it. And once again, our only ball of the day into the stands. So there will be a while before this one is taken.
What you would say, though,
Look
is
at the man again. Thogden wants everything.
Garrett's
Joe.
moaning, he's crying, he's not happy with something out there. He realises this game is on the line. 4-3, they've got a corner. They've been putting managers on the pitch. People's Pundits out there in suit trousers. Some would say they're not taking the end of this game as seriously as Tom Garrett would like. Danny Aarons waves the corner on. This is a big moment in the game. It's a good delivery. Comes all the way through to Elliot Hackney at the back stick. We know he's got a good shot on him. Just hit the target. Just hit the target. PK Humble and Adam McKola exasperated because that's awful.
I'll tell you what, though. Thogden is looking like he wants to be the match winner. He stepped up to take the penalties, stepping up for the corners. He wants to be the match winner, Thogden. As we see a few more subs coming on. The management duo's changed slightly. There's Ellis Platten from Away Days and Street Panner, who I was impressed with in the first half. It's got to be said, Jack Downer played at a good level up until the age of 14. Ligament damage in his foot. Had interest from Spurs and West Ham at the time, then had that horrific injury to his liver. So credit to him for being out on the pitch and making a difference as well. And once again, another player we've been impressed with, Spencer, making a fine challenge.
Yeah, he's just been masterful. In his old age, no offence to you, Spen, but you're not the youngest player out there. You've just been fantastic. Experience has shown. He's run out. Very, very simple balls. He's just tackled when he's needed to, kept the ball on the deck, won his headers. Very unfortunate for the goal that he was kind of stitched up a little bit by the ball over his head. I think he's been good.
Yeah, he knows how to play in these games, and he's been in a lot of games in this, founded a lot of matches as well, played at Wembley. The big stage does not bother him. But his team still need another goal to get back into this as they trail by 4 goals to 3. Unhappy with the challenge again. A lot of shouts of referee. Danny Aaron's waves play on as he ambles forward from that halfway line spot that he's been meandering around.
He must be watching this game through binoculars, Danny Aaron's. He's making decisions from 150 yards away. It's quite remarkable that he's even able to see what is going on. Either way, I think he's had a pretty good game.
Yeah, couldn't argue with that. There's been a couple of decisions. You'd look back at that the disallowed goal in the first half might have been a bit harsh,
Stinker.
but was the liner that flagged, worth pointing out as well. So he was agreeing with that. Joe, it is time, as we approach the 88th minute, for our Man of the Match award. I think there is one obvious standout player. Do you?
Absolutely, I do. And we're going to be awarding the Man of the Match award to Thomas Garrett.
Agreed.
Really good ball, though.
Tom Garrett is
and
our
this game's not done yet. This game's not done. Elliot Hackney cuts back. Can he pick someone out? The Yak! Oh, my word, a big
Joe
chance.
Bowden, when he's needed, he steps up to the plate. Look at that. His goggles are steamed up. He looks like he's going scuba diving, but he doesn't care because he's keeping his team in this. Some would say he should save this.
It takes a deflection, though. There's a little deflection off of
deflection.
JMX. He has to adjust his body. And I have to say, if we hadn't given the award to Tom Garrett, we would potentially be awarding this to Lewis.
100% agree. I think Bowden's been right up there. Lots of people, perhaps unfairly, critiquing him before a ball has even been kicked. But he's been monumental in this pitch-side victory if it is to end like this. Just stopping play now.
Left wing. Yeah.
Not particularly fantastic scenes here. Somebody is down with what potentially could be a bit of a serious injury. So expect to have a little bit of a break in play whilst we either make the changes or get him some medical attention. Either way, Smithy, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about Tom Garrett because we've seen the 2 goals. Oh, Ian Thomas down there, and this doesn't look particularly good.
No, I think while he's down, hopefully this is nothing too serious. Last thing we want is any serious injuries here. Hopefully he's back on his feet soon. But while we do have a break in play, Joe, I think it's a good time, as you say, to reflect on the best performances. Tom Garrett, with those 2 goals, been instrumental for his team if they are to get the victory. But there've been some good performances all round. Bowden, another one.
Yeah, Garrett just has that classy air about him, doesn't he? I think when he's off the pitch, you can really notice it in this pitch side. Team goals were being conceded. What he's been able to do is settle the team down, scored a couple of really good goals. I like the finish with the outside of his right. And Mitch Tucker as well, I think he's been underrated slightly.
Also, Steve-O the Madman. I think that if we're looking at standout performances, I think Steve-O obviously not got the legs he once had, but I think in that period of the first half when the club were getting back into it, Steve-O was definitely instrumental in that. Street Panner with a nice finish in the first half as well.
Stretchers
and of course, PK Humble as well, another good performance. Yeah, sad to see this. Obviously, we don't want to see any serious injuries, but we have got the medical staff on standby quickly with the stretchers. So as we say, hopefully it's nothing too serious. But I think PK Humble's been involved, Steve-O. The Madman Spencer as well, worth a shout out, Joe. Done his job well at the back.
Yeah, done his job well indeed. I think a couple of players who have really had poor afternoons.
Go on.
Rory Jennings, not seen enough from him on the pitch, constantly berating Premier League players. Now we see him out there not doing too much. Buvey, obviously, coming off the back of potential hangover duty following Manchester City's Premier League title win. Either way, has he moved outside of a 5x5 foot square?
Yeah, do you know what's weird about Buvey, Joe? He's done some really incredible touches where he's taken it round the player, over the player. But then he has just looked a bit leggy as well. And so, ironically, 2 of the most opinionated football YouTubers are the 2 that you're critiquing the most.
Okay, I think what we've managed to do here, potentially, is move the injured player off the pitch, and we should be able to continue soon, or at least Danny Aarons is whistling that that's the case. But do I trust what Danny Aarons is saying out there? No.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And this is the time when Flav is just taking time to consider all of his options. Still got a lot of players on the bench, as we see. He has been moved off the pitch, so play would be allowed to be carried on. If Danny knows what's going on, he can carry on with the game.
All right, go on.
4-3 pitch side lead. There is seconds remaining in this game. Will be a little bit more to play though, of course, because of that injury, and this is the moment the club need to get it in the box. They need a goal to get back into it.
And they wave it on. Elliot Hackney into the box. He stands up his man. He's 1v1. He goes round him. Can he square it? He does!
Oh, there was the chance!
Stanley!
That was the moment!
Stanley, he'd been in goal all afternoon, and when it came to him, he just didn't look confident
and
over the ball, did he?
Knew it, Joe. Flav, you saw Alcott, you saw Rory with their head in their hands. They knew that was the moment to get back in it. But no nonsense from Buvey. I think when I compared him to Ruben Diaz, I was being very kind early on in the game. But here comes Thogden. No, that's not a pitch invader. That is their manager with trousers. What a touch that is.
PK Humble drifts past one, but a big tackle by JMX, who's actually been a bit of a man mounted at the back in those 1v1 duels for PK Humble, but the waves of attack continue. Harry clears well.
Yeah, you saw, yes, Harry shouts as Rotershaw boots it long. They don't mind as long as the danger is cleared, but this was the chance. As you can see, Elliot Hackney passes it back, and it was a big challenge.
JMX again. It's JMX again.
And look, they thought it was in. The bench thought it was in. Rory, James, Flav, all with their head in their hands.
What you're seeing here now is concerted pressure from the club as they look to claw back another goal. We're going to have quite an extended period of stoppage time because, of course, we had that serious injury earlier. People's Pundit takes himself off, potentially. He was wearing suit trousers. Don't know what he was doing on the field in the first place. Ellis Platten comes on as pitchside look to defend that lead. PK with a bit of back-to-goal work. Getting hold of the ball. He's so strong on the ball, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he needs to do everything, Smithy. He's not got much help out there.
No, he hasn't. Got great centre of gravity, though. Moves the ball so well, but he does need some help. You're right. Some other players need to step up to the plate if they are to get back in this. They can't rely on one man. And pitchside have got a lot of defenders back, doing everything they can to clear the danger. Thogden, it's a good ball from Thogden. Could this be the chance? Is this the equaliser? No, it's not. And there can't be long left, and they know it, Joe.
Yeah, Lou just sits on the ball, doesn't he? He's going to pump this one.
What is that?
Long. He's tried to. He sliced it, and he's put his own team in real danger here. As Adam McKola throws it down the line. Elliot Hackney's into the box. This has all come from that Lewis terrible clearance.
Oh!
It's a corner, though. Surely it's a corner, Danny Aarons. Danny Aarons signals for a stoppage in play for an injury to Reeve. That felt like a corner, though, Smithy.
I think it's a head injury, so as we know, protocols of the game got to stop the ball there. Not only was that goal kick so horrific it went straight out of play, it actually bounced twice before going out of play, which is pretty impressive. There is Reeve. Obviously unbelievable few years for him, completed his first Olympic triathlon, as we said earlier, just last year. Regularly seen doing half marathons, 10Ks, always in the gym, and what a body he has to show for it. And Joe, I've got to say, you're looking good, mate, with your body. You've been down the gym.
Danny Aarons, can I just say, has overruled his linesman who gave a goal kick there. He's given a corner, despite the fact the lino was sure it was a goal kick. It's gone long again to Elliot Hackney, taken down in the box by the Yak, and now pitch side can break. Tom Garrett progressing the ball forward. It's a 3-on-1. Tom Garrett, slip him in. He manages to. In goes Ellis Platten.
Oh, what a challenge from Spen, doggy dog. But the danger has not cleared, and it's up to Buvey to get his foot in, but he hasn't got it. And Tom Garrett, who we have just recently awarded as our player of the match, gets the ball again. But will the club have one last chance to redeem themselves? Ball goes down to Elliot Hackney. If there's going to be any magic, you'd think he might be involved. Oh, it's a good clearance.
Oh, that's calm, isn't it?
Clever header back.
Calmness personified by Casey Barker, who's now playing in that left-back role. Lewis likely to waste time, but as we've seen, he can't kick the ball past the halfway line. Oh, my goodness.
It's risky. Oh. I think they're trying to just keep the ball as much as they can, but they're passing it about at the back, which can be risky, but so far it looks so good. And this is lovely play, I have to say, from pitch side. Lovely movement. If this ends up in the back of the net, it could be one of the finest goals this stadium's ever seen.
And he's not even exaggerating, it's Millwall.
Here's the chance. Oh, it's a lovely flick. Could this be the chance for Tom Garrett to see the game off as he plays it in? Double step over, back to Tom Garrett to seal it. Must be. Oh! What a save!
Oh my God, Joe Smith off the line. What a bit of defending by Joe Smith. That would have been one of the best YouTube goals ever. The build-up from the play, the interplay by Street Panner inside the box, the unselfishness of Tom Garrett. The clearance off the line, though, was remarkable.
What a clearance. It's as good as a goal.
Surely going to keep this in the corner, though. You're thinking if you're pitch side, take it quickly, keep it in the corner. What's happened there, Danny? I mean, that's a mess of a decision, isn't it? Blew his whistle, we stopped the play. Oh, that's an ugly tackle. But he's...
Adam McKola again loves a tackle.
There we are.
And there is the full-time whistle. Danny Aarons has the whistle in his mouth to conclude the match. You can see how knackered some of the players are, but it ends with a 4-3 victory to Pitchside Joe. And what a game that was. End-to-end stuff. Both teams, neither team embarrassing themselves, putting in great performances, some great individual performances as well. None more so than that man you saw on the screen. Tom Garrett is our player of the match. And at the end, Joe, Pitchside come away with the W.
Yeah, a really kind of comfortable afternoon in the end for them. There was a bit of pressure applied here and there, but overall Pitchside well valued winners. Tom Garrett, our man of the match on the day, but another man who had an excellent performance. Lewis Bowden looks like an absolute mug out there, but he somehow kept his team in it with 2 or 3 remarkable saves. He almost scored a header from a corner, Allison style. But what you would have to say is overall, Pitchside deserved it.
Yeah, you can't argue that. I think first half the club would look at some of those missed chances when they were just getting the ball and dictating that in midfield, and maybe regret some of those missed chances, but certainly Pitchside were the better of the two teams in the second half, mainly down to Tom Garrett. Some great individual moments as well. Few injuries being carried. Looks like there's a few stiff legs out there. And Joe, we can have a look back at some of the key moments from the second half, and we spoke about him, and this man was instrumental in everything they did.
Yeah, let's have a look at some of these replays then, because overall Tom Garrett's performance out there just really, really solid. Comes inside here, nice little touch and turn, and that was almost a goal. That was a warning shot, wasn't it, across the bows of the club, and they didn't take heed.
I think it would have been the goal of the game, mate, had that had gone in, just because of the sheer turn, the audacity. He sends Thogden for a hot dog, look, and then just whips it. And the keeper is absolutely nowhere, and you knew then that Tom Garrett was getting into the game. Look at that, Thogden in no man's land. And look at the bend on that.
It's cheeky, because the keeper's just nowhere near it either, is he? He's absolutely nowhere near it. And this is the error. This is the error. Overhit pass from the goalkeeper. Tom Garrett chips it over the head of Spencer, takes it inside, and just the most consummate finish. Nonchalant, this one.
Do you know what? It was quite harsh on Spencer, that as well, because we thought he didn't quite get clear enough to the ball. But when you look at that back, it's a hospital pass from the keeper. There's not a lot he can do there. Could have fouled him. Interesting celebration as well, pointing at his own logo, but he just hesitated there. It's a lovely touch and chest. And then look at that. Oh, just dinks it into the top corner. No keeper is saving that. And Buvey boots the ball into the air in frustration.
Yeah, I don't know what he's frustrated about, Buvey. Another terrible afternoon for him and his teammates, the club. Blaming other people, Buvey, in his words, embarrassing.
What world we living in, lads? Yeah, but we were treated to some great goals in this one. This is another Tom Garrett one. Lovely pass from Roadshaw, and then Tom Garrett just so cool under pressure. A lot of players would snap at that, Joe, and might miss the target, might hit the keeper, but he's so calm, waits for the keeper to go and then just takes it past him. But credit to the pass as well.
Yeah, Harry, I think we didn't really have to speak about today, but it was another solid 8 out of 10 performance from him from fullback. That ball was absolutely remarkable, wasn't it? Tom Garrett showing consummate calmness, composure.
Should Rory Jennings have been quicker on the line here? Is he a bit leggy here, Rory?
He's walking, isn't he? Look at him, he's walking, Rory. Bartholomew Jennings, by the way. Just to clarify, Bartholomew, his middle name.
It is. But we saw moments, Joe, as well from the club, and this was a big one. PK Humble, one-on-one, but Bowden once again stepping up to the plate. And you look back with only 1 goal in it, they'll be looking back at some of these chances thinking, how did that not go in?
Well, quite simply, it's an awful finish. It's straight at him again, isn't it? But you have to say, he's actually done all right there. I'm not gonna hype him up too much because we'll never hear the end of it. But the finish was poor. The save was great. This is the goal, of course. Fantastic ball by Miles. PK just too strong, too fast, and a really good outside of the boot finish when the keeper was in no man's land.
Yeah, do you know what the difference between that and the other one is? He shot it early, so he didn't give Lewis Bowden a chance to react. It's a fantastic pass, great build-up, lovely through ball. But instead of having a touch, he hits it early before the keeper can do anything and before the keeper comes down any further to narrow that angle down. Always tough for a keeper when you score, when you hit it that early. Look, bang. Nothing much he could do about that.
Mate. Good sound effect.
Thank you, mate.
I like that. PK Humble, do you think you'll be happy or disappointed with that performance today?
It's a good question. I mean, given the level that he's playing at, probably be slightly disappointed with the chances he missed. But
this isn't a pen, Smith. This is not a pen.
He was involved in everything. No pen for you, Joe? What
this is not a pen. I think Elliot's already in the air by the time the contacts come. For me,
I would agree.
Danny Aarons has
no pen
been
for me.
conned.
You've got to say, though, Joe, it's a great finish from Thogden.
Absolutely fantastic finish. I mean, he's gone for the baby celebration. Maybe there's some news on the way.
It is there. Young dad, if that was the case. But what a finish. Look at that.
Where's Lewis going? Let's have a look at the footwork. I mean, he's wobbly. He's wobbly on his feet. This would have been one of the best goals in YouTube history if they'd have started and finished this. The build-up was remarkable. The step-overs were awesome. Really good chance. And this clearance is one of my moments of the day.
Yeah, it's a huge clearance, this, isn't it?
Had no effect, though. It was really a consolation goal, wasn't it, Smithy?
Buvey! We've got to give Buvey some credit. He headed it out.
We've not got to give Buvey any credit. I don't want to give Buvey any credit today. Performance was all over the place.
So there we go. 4-3. What a game, close game. I think that's what we wanted. We didn't want an 8-0, did we? We didn't want a 7-1. It was two good teams, two monsters of the football podcast space. And overall, I think you're right, Joe, the better team won, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, the better team won. Some of the players down there, I'm sure, are going to be absolutely exhausted. So let's go pitch side to Morph.
Right, congratulations, lads! The winners of the Battle of the Podcast. You're taking GOAT status.
No, we already had that. That was always confirmed. That was never in doubt. Just confirms it by like times 100, I think.
We made it official at the Den. Tom, you're taking Man of the Match, voted by our commentators. You taking that title?
I think that's very generous.
I think you did well.
I think it's because I've scored twice, but yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
You got to own it. You got to own it.
He's so humble, man. This guy was like a young Lionel Messi out there, prowling the pitch, dominating play.
What happened?
Him over me?
I think that.
Look at the state of him.
Hang
Look at
on.
the state of him, and he's saying about 3 one-on-ones.
I think we owe you a big apology because the talk amongst the changing rooms was you were going to be the worst player, worst goalie to ever grace the Den, and some of those saves, cat-like reflexes. I feel like you fooled all of us.
If I hear the commentators when I listen back chatting rubbish about me, I'm coming for you two. You should never doubt me. This is here for a reason. It's all part of the bigger plan.
So what's next for pitch side? Are you going to take on any other podcasts? I know we chatted earlier. Who do you want to take on?
SDS.
Oh yes, none of them can play footy though. Filthy fellas, I think.
Yeah, that'll be good.
That's enough for them as well.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
SDS, I've seen Leas play football and it's embarrassing, so I'm not playing them.
And obviously, Tom, you've been voted man of the match. Who was your man of the match on the opposite team? Anyone who stood out?
I was terrified.
Hey, their team stood right there.
When I tell you I was terrified of that man, when he was running through, they're so scary. Yeah, he's class.
Would you poach him for your next
next
game? You're not going to bring him over?
We have a solid team locked down there.
Who are we going to drop?
Is there anyone? Back at his team. Right, lads, any final words for me before I let you go celebrate?
Never doubt the pitch side.
Yeah, that's what we expected. I'm not surprised. I'm not going to swear because you told me not to.
Beep! Right, lads, enjoy your celebration and we'll catch you for the trophy celebration. Enter commiserations.
The club, lads.
You still got a smile on your face. You played till the death.
We did, yeah. We had a few more minutes, maybe we might have done it, but listen, it's a pleasure to get to play on a pitch like that, and it was good fun. I think we had a bad start, didn't we, Jimbo?
Yeah, it was a bad start. There's no excuses, though. You cannot lose to a team
as a goalkeeper that has to deal with condensation as a problem. That can't be happening. But he was unbelievable. Like, the saves he made was outrageous. It was weird.
Up there with Nick Pope for me.
Yeah.
If you were to do this again, what would you change? Would you make any swaps from the team? Or
I think if we played the game again, we could get the win. I think Jim had some really good tactical ideas which we didn't implement till later in the game, but I do think we improved when we did. So maybe that would. What you say? That's right.
I would absolutely say that. No, well, look, it was. Yeah, we went with a back four, and I was kind of saying maybe a back three would have been a bit better for us. And when we changed it, then we got a couple of goals. And we had we had chances, I think, as well. But they had some great players as well.
If I could change anything, I'd make Lewis wear another pair of goggles.
Yeah,
and that would make it fairer.
And I'd have
they fooled all of us.
I'd love to have a groin replacement as well. That would be amazing. Yes. Can I thank the physio, by the way? I don't know how.
Yeah, big up the physio, because all of these lot, you were utilising it.
Well, 2 hours. We are the older team as well, just to put it out. I think we've got about 5 years on average age, but no excuses, we experience.
Are you going to go celebrate with the trophy celebration, or are you going to be like clapping along?
We'll clap them.
Good sportsmanship.
I would like a rematch, though. I'd like to see it. I would like a rematch, please, if that would be okay. There you go.
Hey.
Was that aggressive enough?
That was quite friendly.
Yeah, it was a bit too friendly.
Right, we're going to head to the trophy celebration now. Commiserations. You gave it your all, lads. Until next time.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Here we go. Okay. 4-3 here at the Den. We've settled the questions that I said at the beginning. Tom Garrett takes the crown for player of the match. Lewis, my goat, takes top spot. Sorry, my cameraman has just tripped. Takes top spot. Well done, lads. Clap. There we go. Right, it's time for the trophy celebration. Where's Danny? Anyone know where Danny is? He's not gone home. He's got the trophy. Here he comes. Come on, guys, big it up. There he is. Here we go.
Thank you very much. Come on, boys. Right, we get it. Yeah, there we go. Champagne. Fucking everyone get to him.
Go on, Pundit! Go on, Gaffer! Go on, Gaffer! Go see how he works. You need to see how he works. Now work it out, man. Go on, watch him work it out. Come on! Spray me, Daddy! Come on, buddy!
Thanks so much for joining us for Pitchside versus the Club. Pitchside reign victorious here at the Den. Big thank you to Joe and Smithy, our commentators, our unofficial, official ref, Danny Aarons. Until next time.